as well as some cool projects he's done. He's got himself backstage setting up the camera right now and getting ready. Blacksmithing. So if you like the content tonight, for sure head over. But if you've seen Ike on the show before, go ahead and give him some love. Head over there. All right, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. I see a few of you are popping in here now. All right. Jimmy in the cornfields. Yeah. All right. Welcome to the show. I have this mic all up in my grill. There we go. How's it going this evening? We are going to do a different kind of show tonight. We've got Ike backstage. We're going to bring him in a minute. By the way, we over here at Red Pill Rhino, we owe Ike $5 already. Screw Tape Games for $5 on YouTube. I was going to use this money to buy Ike a beer. So, Ike, after the show, let me know what your Cash App is, and I'll send you over the $5 for the beer. So there we go. Yeah, tonight is a Thursday, not our normal Friday show. And I thought we'd do something a little bit different. So Ike does some blacksmithing. It's pretty awesome. If you haven't seen his stuff, I alluded to it during the countdown. Go subscribe to Seriously Podcast. If he has any other channels, he'll plug them as well. But yeah, definitely check out his stuff. He does gaming videos, stuff like that. But the blacksmithing stuff that he does, really cool. We're going to get into that. He's going to go over the basics. He's got this awesome setup in his shop. And what I'm probably going to do here is give him the floor, kind of put myself backstage, or maybe finagle with it to see if I can make myself a smaller image and let him kind of lead. We'll see how that goes. I kind of shooting from the hip here, but I'm going to let him walk through this. Again, this is Ike from Seriously Podcast. Welcome to the show, sir. How you doing?
Oh, wrong camera.
There you go.
My water bottle definitely didn't say probably not pee. I hope my camera will keep up. This is a GoPro, and it's kind of warm in here, so it might be a little laggy because these things do not like getting warm. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of intro to blacksmithing. I'm going to start the forge here real quick. That's the section of the show we call Poof No Eyebrows.
I like it.
We'll let those pieces warm up, and I'm going to make a couple of S-hooks to start with. I'll go over a little bit of the basics of how to do an S-hook, the starting of it, and how to hold your hammer. I'm going to use a different hammer than this one.
And out of curiosity, while you're getting everything warmed up, what got you into blacksmithing? What sparked the fire, so to speak?
It was kind of out of necessity. I quit my job at Amazon, and then my dad is like, "Hey, come work for me." He has a school in Newberg, Oregon. It's called Anvil Academy, and I've been helping with the teenage after-school program for about a year and a half, 2 years now.
Oh, heck yeah, man! Right on.
So it's mainly for like quote at-risk youth, so kids that won't necessarily have a good family home life or need an outlet. Instead of trying to get into gangs or drugs, we have them come here and do blacksmithing.
Hey, that's a good thing, man. Heck yeah. So for those of you that don't know, he's doing S-hooks, and I'm going to ask him what that is because I have no idea what it is either. So yeah,
Let me go grab one.
Oh, he disappeared.
Let me grab one.
All right.
So this is an S-hook.
All right.
And I bet you can tell me why it's called an S-hook.
Because it looks like an S, maybe?
Yep.
Is that?
Yeah, that's exactly it. So that's one of the first things you'll make or start making when you start blacksmithing. In our intro to blacksmithing program, you make an S-hook, a J-hook, and a stake turner. We're not going to be making a stake turner today, but we'll be making an S-hook and a J-hook.
So what does an S-hook do? What is the purpose of it?
So let's see. I've got some J-hooks here. So let's say you've got like a flower pot or something you want to hang off this. You can hook it on there, and you can even chain them like that.
Huh.
Or if you have like a hook on your ceiling, you can hang it like that. People have them put them in their garden sheds, hook them, and then they can put like a hose or something going across that. We use them at shows when we have our tent set up. You can put it there, hang it off of the tent, and then put your coat on it.
So they have a lot of uses then. That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. They're very, very useful.
All right.
Oh, Screw Tape Games is my twin brother, just so everybody knows.
Yes, and he asked, how do you spell that?
What, shook?
S-hook.
Okay.
Yeah, shook.
So we're going to start here.
Right.
You start, and you hit it down. Your hammer is going to go at an angle because we're trying to turn this into a point. You hit it once, turn. Hit it, turn.
For those of you watching, don't mind the loud banging noise.
So now it's got like what looks like a pencil tip on it.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do that 1 or 2 more times, and then we're going to round it out.
All right.
But yeah, I should have warned people it's going to be a little loud. Okay, here we go.
You came to watch forging, blacksmithing, so you know what you're getting into.
So
I
the
noticed.
guy. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I noticed when you're doing this. Occasionally, I watched your episode you sent me earlier. You drop the hammer on the anvil and let it rest for a second. Is there a reason behind that? Is it just to let it cool down a little bit?
I'll show you why I do that. I don't normally do that. So the reason I'm doing that is I'm hitting it here, and then I'm turning this. And as I'm turning this, I give it a second so I can get it physically turned. You're technically not supposed to do that because that's wasted energy.
I gotcha.
Most blacksmiths tell you not to do that.
Okay.
But it's a habit that it's kind of hard to get out of.
Right. It makes sense. It is a really cool shop, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I love this place.
So right now he's got a very spicy spear.
We call it danger cheese.
Danger cheese.
About a year ago, it was Cinco de Mayo weekend. Brandon Trueblood was here, and he made Hemi 4-speed a cock ring.
Really?
Yeah.
Brandon, that's cool. Let me check something here. I'm gonna put this back on a dual screen. I'm gonna actually switch you to this side and see if this works. Yes, it does. All right, so you're the main focus, and I just I'm sitting off to the side here. That is pretty cool. All right, yes, Dark Saint, the chat is working. I can read you loud and clear. I guess, see you. Polska Bob says, "God damn it, Ike! Put some gloves on for fuck's sake. Your shop is safety. Your shop safety record is insanely lackluster."
There is a reason why we don't wear gloves here, and I'll explain. So for those just really quick, I'll update on this. So now, what I did was I essentially did a lot of little hammer hits on here to make it rounded. So it's not technically rounded; it's more of like an octagonal style shape. But that's our pencil point.
Okay.
That we're now going to turn into the little curly Q here on the S hook.
All right.
So the reason that come on button, there we go. The reason that we don't wear gloves is gloves retain heat. So if I get my hand close to this fire and I pull it away, the glove is going to retain the heat. But now, as soon as I pull my hand away from the fire, my hand is cooled off already. But also, if you're wearing gloves, you can't use the back of your hand to check the temperature of something. So anything in the shop here, you go up to it, the back of your hand is more sensitive than the front of your hand. You use the back of your hand to feel if it's hot. And if you feel it hot, you're not going to touch it. The other reason you do that is if you accidentally touch it with the back of your hand, you can get a blister on the back of your hand and you can work for the rest of the day. If you get a blister on the front of your hand, you're done for the day.
That makes sense. Huh. Would have never thought about that. But yeah, I guess you do want to be able to feel things, so you wouldn't want to wear the gloves.
Yep, you want to be able to have temperature gauge with your hand. I might have drawn this out a little too much, but I think we'll be fine.
All right.
So one of the other cool things about this is when the metal gets hot, all of the molecules in there are moving around. Like they're just kind of swirling around. And sometimes if you look in the forge, you can actually see that physically happening. And so what we're doing is we're just rearranging them. So when you use the hammer on the piece, it works almost exactly like you would on Play-Doh.
Okay.
And so one of the other cool things about this is This piece is now about that much longer than when we started, because I drew this out, making it to a point.
That's pretty cool. Turning steel into Play-Doh.
Now we're going to do the curlicue. I'm going to use a different hammer for this.
That's crazy how bright that gets just putting in that forge. See, when I see the metal chip off like that, I'm always afraid the whole thing's going to just like be brittle and fall apart.
Well, you can get it brittle. I do not like this curlicue at all.
It looks better than I would have done.
This stuff that's coming off here is called scale.
Okay.
And when it comes off the piece, it's just as hot as the piece is itself. If you look at the back of my hand here, like I've got a bunch of like spots on it. I don't know. Come on, focus, you stupid camera. Oh, there.
There you go.
So on the back of my hand, there's a bunch of spots on here. Like right here, you can see one. And that's from scale flying off and hitting me in the hand. The worst part is when you're holding. Oh, I stepped on the button. When you're holding the hammer and it flies in between your thumb.
Oh God.
And the hammer handle. I've had that happen a few times.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
All right, we'll do this other piece here. Is there any questions in chat?
No questions. Just a smartass saying, "Try not to burn your shoes."
Oh God, that happened. I did that on a stream once. I put a piece down on the ground to cool, and I stepped on it, and there was an indent of that piece on my shoe for the rest of time.
Yikes. Yeah, by the way, guys, while he is working on this, if you have any questions for him in the chat, ask away. I'm kind of here to ask your questions for you. So I'll put him on the screen. I'll ask him as he's working on this, and yeah, just ask anything you want. Anything, preferably related to blacksmithing, but
yeah,
anything.
I prefer that. All right, now this is going to be a fun part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our curlicue, and we're going to quench it in some water that I have right off camera here. So now you can see that it's dark. And now we're going to use the horn of the anvil to bring it around.
All right. He makes that look way too easy. If I did this, I'd be burned in several spots. And
I've only been doing this for about 2 years.
All right,
like
let's see.
If you ask me how hot this forge is, I couldn't fucking tell you that.
A lot of degrees.
Yeah.
Looks like we got a question from Sean St. George. Is there a learning curve to blacksmithing?
Is there a learning curve to blacksmithing? I wouldn't. I guess yes and no. Depends on if you have any like experience with a hammer or not. But a lot of the times when you start blacksmithing, you have to unlearn some of the habits you learned with a hammer if you were like doing woodworking.
Okay. So like, for example, just for those guys who might do woodworking, what are the worst habits that you have to unlearn to do blacksmithing?
One of the things is, so you notice when I had the piece on the anvil here, my hammer was coming in at an angle instead of coming straight down. Okay. So that's one of the big ones, is that you have to, like, your hammer is essentially what you're using to shape the piece. And so your hammer has to be able to be flexible and move in different directions. Most people just want to come in and hit straight down.
Straight down.
That's not what you want to do.
Fair enough. All right, let's see if there's anything else in the chat that I'm missing. Let's check on MGTOW. Testing chat. I see that, Sean. We are working on MGTOW. Let's see Rumble, what we got going on over there. Looks like I might have to refresh Rumble. Let's do that really quick. There we go. And YouTube is coming in loud and clear. Thanks, guys. All right, let's see. And And keep in mind, we do have, looks like Brandon Trueblood and probably Pop still streaming for a few more minutes. So I understand the audience is low right now, but I'm sure more people will be tuning in here in any minute as those shows end, because a lot of our audiences are shared, and I may or may not have stepped on times tonight, but it's still worth it. That's okay. Yeah, Polska, this is a question for me, not for you, Ike, so stand by. But Polska Bob, I got a question. What did you do to your head, Rhino? You look stupid. You said I looked stupid when I had hair. Now I look stupid without hair. Here's what happened, and I'm going to be honest with you. So I went to cut I've been doing interviews for weeks now, and this whole process sucks. And I'm like, well, I should probably cut my hair, and the regular Waller, is it a Waller? I think that's the name of the brand. It was acting funny, and it wasn't like really trimming. I think it's just worn out. The blades aren't working right. I might take it apart and see if I can fix it. Anyway, it wasn't working, so I busted out the other trimmer I have that I normally use on my beard, and it said 3, and I'm thinking 3 inches, but the 3 for a beard trimmer is a lot different than the 3 for the other thing. So I went and started cutting right here, and it just took a big chunk of hair out. I'm like, oh, shit. So that's just like, fuck it. Shaving the whole thing. I'll let it grow back. So that's the story there. Yeah. It's not the first time I've shaved it like this, but it sucked. I felt really stupid the first day. I said I look like a retarded alien. So there's the story on that. Yeah, DJ Plainice says it's a wall. Those things only last so long. I've gone through a few of them, but that was a learning experience for sure. And then we've got MGTOW Outlaw, Rhino's bald cell maxing. Thanks, sir. God. All right, let's get back to the topic at hand. No more waffling.
So if anybody's interested, currently on the top of the screen here, I've got a new YouTube channel that's specifically just for blacksmithing. It's Interrobang Forge. Interrobang with 2 R's. That's INTERROBANG Forge.
Interrobang. And then you can see on there for his other channel, youtube.com /@SeriouslyCast. So he's got 2 there. And again, it is youtube.com /@Interrobang Forge with 2 R's.
So for those that don't know, the logo for my show is a question mark and an exclamation point put together for Seriously Cast, and that's called an interrobang. There's an actual ASCII character for that.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
It's essentially a question mark and an exclamation at the same time. It's like if you want to yell a question, you're like, "Why is it so clean in here?"
An exclamated question. Yes.
Yeah.
That's cool. So because do you do mostly forging on the Interrobang channel?
I haven't done anything on there yet, but coming up this summer, we're actually going to be doing a lot of production work. So
Okay.
I'm probably just going to be doing a lot of that on there.
All right. It's an appropriate channel because I'm thinking bang like the hammer. So
yeah, that's
play
why
on
I
words
like
there. Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, we are almost done with these S-hooks.
I should probably full screen this so you guys can see the process a little better. Because we were waffling away about my bad haircut while he was doing the actual work there.
It's like 80 degrees outside right now, which means it's probably closer to 90 in here at the moment.
Dear Lord.
Which is why I'm drinking a lot of water and I've got a sweat rag.
Can you show us that bottle one more time?
No. It's my
probably not pee.
pee.
That's awesome.
I started writing that on there, and I started thinking about the movie Holes.
Nice. So where are we at with the S-hook? Because I missed. There we go. We're zoomed in again.
So we are going to do the second part of the S on the S-hook. So I just put this in the water, and now we're going to pull it around.
See, don't you guys feel like that's going to break with all that stuff coming off? I know he just explained it, but it always makes me nervous watching him bend it.
One of the things I can do is I can quench this in water, and what quenching in water will do will take all of those molecules and just kind of suck them together. And then this piece will become super brittle. I could literally chalk it in this vise over here and hit it with a hammer and it'll snap.
Jeez. I don't want to see that. I mean, I kind of want to see that, but I don't, just because this one's turned out really nice.
All right, there's an S-hook.
Look how nice that is. That's cool.
I just quenched it. Okay, we're going to put this over here with the rest of them, and I'll do the next one.
All right. Let's see if we got any other questions. Sean St. George, what other no-nos are there for blacksmithing?
So the guy that taught my dad how to blacksmith, his name is Matt. He was a professional blacksmith for several decades. I think he started in the 70s and he retired in 2016. In fact, I think this is his anvil, and I have his hammer over there that I was using earlier. What he said was there's two things. Well, let me full screen this. There's two things that a blacksmith can go to hell for. The first one is hitting cold steel, and the second one is not charging enough for your product.
Ah, that makes sense.
So this right now is still hot. You see how it doesn't look like it's hot? It's called a black heat. This is why you always assume everything in a blacksmith shop is hot, and you check it with the back of your hand. Okay, there's two S-hooks. Done.
Now, you've got these S-hooks. I actually have a question for you. They come out looking like that. How do you go from that to like a polished look? Do you know how to do that?
So what we have in the back there is like a 50-gallon drum that's on its side. Mm-hmm. And on that it's set up with a belt and pulley system, and so it spins. And there's a lot of extra like pieces of metal and stuff in there. We call it a tumbler. It's like a rock tumbler, but it's got metal in it. You throw your piece in there and you tumble it for about 45 minutes. Huh. And then after that, we have a dipping station where we have floor wax, and we dip them in floor wax.
Wow.
So essentially what a finished thing looks like. So this is what it looks like here when it's, let me see, is that hot still? No, so right here is what it looks like kind of raw. Yeah. And then this thing's been polished. And so this is like kind of a polished piece compared to that.
That's cool. Heck yeah.
The difference is easier to see in person. Right.
I can still see it here, but I get what you're saying. Let's see.
Hold on. It's going to be loud, guys.
All right.
Come on. Camera. There we go.
That is cool. All right. Chrome Dome Omega, test for hotness by back of hand, not palm, Sean. There you go. And it looks like DJ Play Nice is subscriber number 11 on your new channel. So there you go.
Cool. I'm trying to get the Seriously Cast channel. We're at like 406. We're trying to get to 500.
There you go. That being said, if you have not yet, subscribe to Seriously Cast, and you can do that by that link up top. If you see it on the top of your screen there, not that one, but subscribe that one too. YouTube.com/@SeriouslyCast. Go over there right now, do that, come back, or open another tab, multitask. There you go. All right.
So on the Interrobang Forge YouTube, I'm going to be posting a link soon for an online store. So if anybody wants to buy anything,
yeah, that'd be cool.
I might even throw these S-hooks up there so people can just specifically buy the Red Pill Rhino S-hooks.
Hell yeah.
All right, we're going to be doing some J-hooks now.
All right.
And I'm going to ask a dumb question. Why do you think it's called a J-hook?
Because it's shaped like a U.
No, there would be a U-hook.
All right, fair enough. Of course there's a U-hook.
I don't think there's Probably not. Maybe there might be. Actually, I made one the other day.
There you go. All right, guys. If you have any other questions while we're doing this, feel free to ask in the chat here. And I will ask your questions as well as put them on the screen while we're live here.
Here we go. So what we're going to do first is there's a sharp side of the anvil right here.
All right.
Let's change that camera. Come on. There it is. There's a sharp side of the anvil right here. We're going to take and slot the end of this to make the spot to put the drill the hole so we can screw it into the wall.
Okay.
So there you can see it's been slotted.
Okay.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to take and use that slot on the edge of the anvil. And we're going to flatten this out. And so now I want to make this piece here as wide as this is. It's slightly bowed out. Now I'm going to put the back on the fire, but next I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten this that way.
Okay.
And again, you're going to slot it on here. There's the slot again. You can't really see it because of the ISO on my camera.
I think we can pick it up. I can see it just fine. There's a pop reference here. If you guys remember, at least my generation, growing up, we had Space Ghost Coast to Coast, which was like the talk show Space Ghost. And at the end of the show, at the end of the show, you'd hear the anvil go off. And that's what I keep thinking of while I'm watching him do this. All right, guys, any questions? I see some of you watching, so ask away.
I might have made that too thin.
Uh-oh.
One of the things that we say here at Anvil Academy is fail faster. Because the sooner you fail at something, the sooner you've learned, and you know one way not to do it.
Yeah, that's very true.
So one of my biggest gripes about the education system right now is the worst thing that can happen to you is getting an F. Failing is always an option.
Hmm.
Oh, I need to turn this around. We're going to do the other side.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. Failing is the fastest way to learn what not to do, so absolutely. Putting up some Space Ghost chats here. Oh, no. We got a question. I'll get to it in just a second. Okay. I did say they could ask anything.
Well, yeah, it doesn't mean I'm going to answer it.
I've got successful endeavors. I've got a question for you, Ike. What are your pronouns?
I think I have that written on my X account. It's you go to x.com/@seriouslycast. It's fuck/off.
Nice. All right, got another question here from Bronco Girl, and that is, have you ever made a sword?
I have not. I don't have it here. I should have brought it in. I've made several railroad spike knives. In fact, I've got one that I made this last winter up here. This one's not very good, and it's in a rough shape, but this is a railroad spike knife that I made this last winter.
Enhance. Can we can you
Needs
put it on the anvil?
Work, maybe a little bit more.
If you put it on the anvil and then click that button there, let's get a close up. Yeah.
There you go.
That's a good stabby tool.
We can zoom in a bit more. Extreme close up. Yeah,
all right. So
that's one of the few that I've made.
And then is that like sharpened and everything, or do you still have to sharpen that guy?
No, that one's not done. It needs to have some grinding work done on it, and it needs to get sharpened as well.
Gotcha.
I've made 2 knives that weren't railroad spike knives. Actually, I've also made a few for Christmas. I made a what's it called, a blacksmith's knife. And so what a blacksmith's knife is, it's got the blade, and the handle is integrated into the blade, so it comes off and loops around.
Okay.
If you look it up on Google, you'll be able to figure it out.
So
Okay,
everybody in
now-
the audience, multitask and Google that now.
So now
All
what
right,
we're gonna
let's
be
see.
doing, now what we're going to be doing is the curly Q, right? The curly Q on this part right here. So
All
we're going
right.
to flatten this out.
Looks like we. Oh, there we go.
Put that back in.
All right. Looks like we have a question here from Polska Pop. He says, "God damn it, Ike, where's my fucking Buster sword?"
I actually have that. It's under the desk right now.
All right. Maybe he'll show it to us here in a few.
Generally, when I just thought about this, generally when I drop the hammer is when I'm inspecting the piece to see what I want to do next. It
Okay.
gives me a chance to stop and think.
Although, as he said, that's a bad habit. Don't do that. If you get into blacksmithing, don't do what he does there.
Don't do what Donnie Don't does. Let me see if I can find this stupid thing over here, Bob. There it is. There. Buster sword.
Ooh, look at that. There you go, Polska. That thing looks like it hurt somebody.
It exists. It exists. It's not the right type. It's not the right type of steel to be a real sword, but it doesn't have to be a real sword.
Fair enough. All right, let's see.
I forgot what scale that was.
Outlaw says, a knife? I have a chub now.
Okay.
Father Saunders jumped in really quick to say, fucking gay. K, love y'all.
Gay.
Full homo. Bye.
Thanks for the support.
No shit.
Thanks, Dad.
Listen. You keep that attitude up, we're going to have your son steal toilet paper again. You want that?
Wait, what? I don't understand that reference.
Oh, you missed a great episode. So essentially, what show was that? I don't know who we were streaming with, but we were watching Father Saunders streaming, and his son realized that we were watching him, and then Saunders went off to take a shit. And so I told him, go steal his toilet paper. What's he going to do? He's taking a shit. He can't fucking chase you. So he stole his toilet paper. It was good. Good time.
Oh, that's good. That's great. Okay. Here we go. Let's use the other hammer. So essentially, this curly Q works exactly like the other one. It's just bigger.
Okay.
In fact, what I'm going to do with this one is something else. This one's going to pull double duty, so I'm going to design it to be a bottle opener.
Ooh.
So this one. So if you can see that, I'm going to turn that into a bottle opener on my J hook. That was hot.
I bet. Just a bit.
I just touched the cap with a hot piece of metal, and then I touched it with my finger.
Brilliant. Let's see if I miss anything here. Successful Endeavor says under the desk is where he hides out, so it makes sense. That's where his Buster sword. That's where the Buster sword is. Yeah, there you go. MGTOW Outlaw says no, Bob. We all get a sword before you. I agree.
Yeah,
with
that's
that.
how it works. That's how it works. Now,
oh,
now we get to do the fun part. So when you first do an intro to blacksmithing class, we make you do the S on the S hook freehand on the horn of the anvil.
okay.
Now I have what's called a jig. I'll zoom that in.
All right.
So it's probably not going to focus.
No,
on
it's focused on the hammer there.
There's not much that's not much I can do about that.
No worries.
We'll just go back to this here real quick.
All right.
Do some camera work here on the fly. So now,
Well, he's never mind. All right.
Now
While he's doing that, Sean St. George says, MGTOW Outlaw, do we need to call Sunflowers to deal with that chub? Nice. All right. So on the jig, you're bending the thing into shape there.
it's kind of twisted a bit. Come on, camera. Come on. There we go. It's kind of twisted a bit, but I'm going to stick that in the vise in a second. So the next thing we're going to do is on this, there's a curl on here.
Ooh.
So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the curl onto this here. We have a really cool thing called a wrench, but it's got an extra handle on it.
Yeah, it looks like it was welded on there.
Yep, on purpose.
Nice.
Okay, we'll do this next one. I'll leave it on this close-up shot here. So we
All right.
clench the curly cue. You want to make sure it's facing out. You pull towards yourself, and you walk it around.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's... Now we straighten it up a bit. There we go. That one's a little wonky, too, but I don't think anybody's going to notice unless I tell them.
Yeah, I can't tell.
All right, we'll let those heat up. Gotta quench my tongs because they're getting hot. I need those.
That's a question. So how do you're using tools made of metal. How do you keep, is there like a certain steel that the tools are made of to where they don't melt while you're handling?
Well, with what we're working with, nothing here is at melting temperature unless you're doing any kind of like welding.
Okay.
So this just gets residual heat from the piece. So this will get hot. And so occasionally I'll just stick it in the water.
Okay.
And it cools it off. Because the bolt here, if this gets deformed enough, the tongs won't grab properly.
Gotcha.
In fact, these ones probably need to be re-tonged because the balls at the bottom shouldn't be touching. The balls don't touch.
Under no circumstances should the balls ever touch.
It's only gay if the balls touch. Should we do a full rotation or a half?
Full rotation.
Okay, we'll do a full.
All right. You can see the fancy wrench. It's a little out of focus, but you can see what's going on there. Let's full screen. So he's taking his wrench there to twist it around. That's cool.
Twisted. So what we did with the S hooks, we quenched those. This one we're going to let cool in the air because if we get it hard by quenching it, you won't be able to put your drill bit through there to put the spot to drill it onto the wall.
That's what she said.
Okay, we'll put this down here so I don't step on it. Okay, now the next one. And I'm going to be a little candid here for a second. Today, those two J-hooks I've been showing you and these two J-hooks I'm making right now are the first 4 J-hooks I've ever made.
Nice. You're seeing it live. Pretty cool. Now he did a little bendy, rotating action. What was that?
Well, the back piece wasn't straight.
Okay.
In fact, I'm going to show you something cool here. So, if I was to hit this curl, not this curl, this twist here with my hammer, it'll put hammer marks on it. To be able to hit it and not put hammer marks on it, you got to use wood.
Huh.
So, let's say I didn't do this perfect and I needed to straighten it out.
Yeah.
You take a piece of wood like this, just hit it.
Fantastic.
It won't put hammer marks in it, and your twist stays perfect.
Huh.
Okay, we'll take a quick break here. I'm going to turn this off for a minute.
All right.
It's hot in here.
Do you want to do a commercial break or just a break from? Yeah, we can do that. Okay.
So what I want to do real quick actually is I want to ask the chat. I've got a few things that we can do here. So we can make a basic crappy bottle opener. We can make a better bottle opener where I have to elongate a hole. So essentially, I'll just take this hole here on this piece and make it bigger, turn it to a cool bottle opener, or I have it prepped so we can make one of these.
Oh, a slingshot. Okay, chat. You got to let us know. It might take a few minutes for chat to say, but what do you think of those choices? Just type in the comments, and we'll go with the. Of course,
Winner.
Polska says a cock ring is his vote.
That's not one of the options, Bob.
Let's see if I miss any questions while we're doing that.
For those wondering, I've got Mr. Bones back here. Jimmy,
Mr. Bones.
Jimmy's here in person. He's here in person.
No shit. He's looking a little thinner than I remember, but.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
I got up at 8 a.m. and we did a blacksmithing field trip with a Christian school this morning. So I've been working nonstop since about 8 o'clock this morning.
Wow. So it's been a busy day for sure.
It's been a long day.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Ike drinking in the shop, seriously? Hence bad safety record, says Polska Bob.
I'm drinking water today. I got
Fair
my
enough. We got, what else we got here? Just going through chats really quick. Got successful endeavors. Rhino, good to see you back here. Yeah, it's been some time. We had a couple episodes, I think.
How much time do we have left?
We've got an hour and a half left, sir.
Okay. We might be able to make two things.
Okay. All right, let's get to these chats really quick, and we'll go from there. And just a quick drop by to say I don't know if I can say this, but this is from Outback. I can't even talk. Outback Windows.
Oh,
I love you, Ike. Big hugs from down under. Down under. There you go. Right on.
She's good people. She's from Australia.
Most excellent. All right. Who else did I get in here? Just trying to go through chats really quick before we move on. She has another chat here. I'm a she successful, not a he. There you go. Sean says, why not all three as far as what to make here? That's up to you, sir.
My arm is really tired. We'll see what happens. We'll get through whatever we're gonna do first, and then we'll go from there. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
All right. One more time, just quickly, what are our choices again?
So the choices are here. Let me go grab the other piece real quick, and I'll show. Okay. I'll put them all on the forge on the anvil.
Yeah, we've got 2 votes for cock ring. Just letting you know.
So right now, we've got.
Thank you, Turd Ferguson. Appreciate it. Cool show tonight, Rhino. Good to see you streaming again.
Okay, so we've got crappy bottle opener.
Okay.
Super easy. We've got better bottle opener where I have to enlarge the hole here, make this bigger to fit on the thing, and
usually over 30 gets a enlarged hole. Anyway, All right, slingshot, good bottle opener with a worn out a hole or a crappy bottle opener. Your choices.
I'm trying to remember exactly what it's called. There's a name for it, and I always forget.
Just call it the worn out hole. That's
yeah, worn out hole.
All right. Polska Bob says slingshot.
Hold on, I have one that I finished over here.
Screw Tape Games says, is that pee? So I think it's water, pretty sure. Alfonso Miranda Jr. just got done watching Pop. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I kind of planned that poorly because I knew he was still streaming when we went live, but it was still worth it. So there's the nice bottle opener there.
That's the better bottle opener.
All right. Let's see. What did we vote on? We had slingshot. We're doing pee breaks, Outlaw. Just deal with it.
I am gonna go pee in a second.
All right. Let's see. Another vote for the cock ring.
Hey, Jimmy.
What the fuck, guys? Doing a stream at the same time as Redonkulous? Absolutely. We're stepping on all sorts of toes and making cock rings tonight. So.
If I have to, I will. God damn it,
Please
guys.
don't. Please fucking don't. That's 2 votes for slingshot, although I feel like Polska voted twice for slingshot, so I don't know if that counts. Anybody else? Let's see. God damn it. Where'd that go? My chat's all screwing up. You got Turd Ferguson also voting for Cockring. God damn it. Let's see. Yeah, 3 for Cockring now, of course. Probably not P. There you go. All right, we got a vote for Bettle bottle opener. Don't overheat. Good job staying hydrated. There you go. Slingshot. Okay, okay, better bottle opener and slingshot. I think we got a tie.
Okay.
Just ignore outlaw. You know, don't acknowledge squirrels. Turd Ferguson. Nah, I'm just kidding. Don't want to waste his skills on something stupid like a cock ring. I don't think it's stupid. I think it's very important, actually.
Well, there was a cock ring made on this channel. I think I made one with Brandon Trueblood. It was about a year ago on this very spot.
Jimmy Bone says, well, if you're stepping on toes, might as well make that Kiyaka ring then. Yeah, no, it wasn't on purpose, Jimmy. We set up the stream last night. I sent it to Ike, and then sometime today, I'm like, oh, fuck, Pop's doing a show. So, totally spaced.
You could have started later.
Polska, I think there's more than one vote for a slingshot. I think there's... Build an Optimus Prime. I'm down. We will be here all night, but MGTOW Outlaw suggested the best. We want a fully functional Optimus Prime. That's what I want you to forge. Oh my God, it exists.
This is actually a troll. This is actually a troll cross.
Okay, well, I mean, troll cross, cock ring, same thing. We got a vote for Chastity Belt.
Yes.
4 votes for cock ring. Jesus. Nate, he's a diversity hire, so you know. All right, we're just going through chats really quick. I think, okay, here's what I think. Let's do Bettle. I can't even talk. Better bottle opener. That's a tongue twister. And slingshot. I think we'll go with that unless anybody argues with me. All right,
I've already cheated on this because I earlier I drilled a hole in here. Normally we would punch that through with a punch, but I cheated, so we're gonna skip that step.
No cheating. No cheating allowed.
Well, I told one of the other blacksmiths here. I'm like, I made this and I cheated. I used 2 pairs of tongs. And he's like, dude, there's no such thing as cheating in blacksmithing. The right way to do it is the way you get it done.
Fair enough. All right, everybody wants a cock ring, so this show has gone to hell as usual. And Outlaw wants Optimus Prime with the Matrix in his chest too, so you got a lot of work ahead of you. Here's what we're going to do. We are not doing cock rings tonight, I don't think. We'll do better bottle opener and slingshot. Does that sound fair?
I like it. I like it.
All right, we'll do that. We're going to go to a short break. Let this man like hydrate and pee and whatever he needs to do. Thank you all for tuning in again. And thank you for the votes on cock rings, because those save lives. But we're not going to do that tonight unless he decides to out of a whim later on. But no guarantees. So let's go ahead and do a break. Thank you all for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to us on MGTOW.tv and Rumble if you haven't already. And it's up at the top here on the screen there. You can see him walking around. But YouTube.com/@InteriorBang Forge, as well as YouTube.com/@SeriouslyCast. Please subscribe over there. During the break, go over there, do that, come back, like the show, subscribe here as well. Also, we do have down in the thing there, explains how if you want to donate to this show, how you can do so. And up there, I finally figured out which way to point. This is the magical thing where you can just point your phone, like funneling the balls there. You can point your phone at that, and then it takes you to the Cash App link. So you can donate to Red Pill Rhino as well. If you want to buy merch, which, by the way, Billy has designed a lot of, billyvonbomb, redpillrhino.com, and that'll take you there. Anyway, we will do a break. I'm not sure which one to do, so we might do a couple just for fun. Let's start with the Soviet dog.
Dreams Bitches born in the 90s that's under 25 can't cook, can't clean. They don't want to work nothing. Niggas that's 31 and over get in relationships with them and wonder why shit ain't working. That's because all young bitches want to do is pop pills, smoke weed, get drunk, lay around, suck dick, eat hot Cheetos, charge they phone, get a sew and weave, twerk, be bisexual, eat McDonald's, wash they pussy in the sink, lie, take selfies, and talk shit through Wi-Fi because they phone never on.
And we're back. All right. Let's jump right back in and see what's going on over in the blacksmith shop. I don't think we can hear him, though. It's oddly quiet.
Is that better?
There. Now we can hear you.
I muted my mic so you couldn't potentially hear me pee in my bottle.
Fair enough. Like Bear Grylls. Anyway.
It's not fuller now. I'm just going to say that much.
Yes. All right. Looking at the chats here. God damn it. Some hoe got cootie juices on my dishes, Polska Bob says. I also have successful in... What's that?
Saunders just went live.
Oh, there you go. See, everybody's going live tonight. We've got successful endeavors. Come on, outlaw. Don't let your dreams be dreams. There you go. All right. Tucker washes his in the sink. Oh, shit. All right.
I figured out what it's called. When you make a hole in blacksmithing bigger, it's called drifting. It's drifting a hole.
Drifting a hole.
Yep.
All right.
You guys can make whatever sexual innuendo joke you want with that
one. I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm leaving it alone. See if anybody else does anything. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm thinking of single mothers and hitting the wall and just all sorts of debauchery. So.
We're drifting away here, guys.
Drifting away. That's right. Back to the topic at hand. Let's see. Got MGTOW Outlaw in the chat. My dream is for no pee breaks because I want to see what is going on behind the screen, damn it. The same thing going on right now. Unless you want to watch us pee, which is kind of weird. Kind of weird.
Literally just sitting in this chair. Here. No, now you can pretend.
You're backstage now. Look. And just the awkward silence too. This is how it is. This
hold on,
Wait. Okay. And you've now experienced backstage. So there you go. We will have a moment at the very end where we can invite you guys on to ask a few questions, realistic questions, not about cock rings. So towards the very end, after we've made everything, we still have time. We'll bring you guys in. Those of you that want to be live on air and ask questions for Ike. Those of you I know, of course, not those of you that are here to, blast BBC on the screen. But that hasn't happened in a while. But anyway, let's continue. All right, he's punching a hole. He's drifting a hole.
There.
He's filling her hole. I mean,
I have the wrong pieces. I need to grab the right tool for this.
All right.
Now we're talking about tools. So I'm going to blow everybody's mind here real quick.
All right.
Because I guess your channel and your chat wants to go with the kind of like sexual innuendos.
Hold up.
This type of hammer here is called a cross peen.
Okay.
And
a cross peen.
We also have the ball peen.
All right. There's a cross peen and a ball peen.
Do with that as you will, chat.
All right. We also have a super chat here from MM4356. Make a Bronto or a battle axe. So at some point in the future now, you definitely have to make a Brontosaurus. Not that they really exist, but,
I know that joke.
Thank you again, MM43.
All right, let's try this time. See if we can make this work. I might have not drilled the hole big enough, but we can always fake it till you make it.
Jimmy is malnourished in the shop, Outlaw. I'm not sure what to tell you.
And it actually says, "Hello, my name is Mr. Bones" on his name tag.
Nice.
But that's a meme. It's a meme from Theme Park, the game Theme Park.
Yeah.
Somebody made a ride that took the amount of 12 years of in-game time and named it Mr. Bones Wild Ride.
Oh God.
And so you see the guys in the game and they say, "I want to get off Mr. Bones Wild Ride."
That's awesome.
So that's where that joke came from.
All right. Walk us through what you're doing here, sir.
Hey, any other questions?
No questions. Just Brontos
so
are
what I'm
real.
doing is I've got
And
that hole.
Brontosaurus lives fucking matter.
I've got that hole, and I'm using this chisel here to make it bigger. I'm going to widen it with this, and then we will swap to a bigger one. We're going to get it bigger. We want to get it wide enough so we can use it on the horn of the anvil to make it the right size.
You notice how the bigger one's always black.
Okay.
I went there. I'm sorry.
You're like, over here. I'll be here all week. Tip your waitress.
Yeah.
And no, we are not making a cocktail.
Fair enough.
So we had some of the high school kids here, and I was getting set up for this. And one of them was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm going on a friend's YouTube channel live stream." And he's like, "Oh, send me the link. I want to watch." I'm like, "No, I'm not doing
that. No, that's not a good idea.
The kid's like 15, so I'm like, "No."
Yeah, definitely not. Tell him in a couple years, but not now. MM4356 with a question. How large of an anvil is that, and about how old is it?
This one, I think this is a 250. So 250 pounds. I'm not sure how old it is. Let's see. Do we have the other one here still? I'm trying to. There is one we have in our collection here. Ooh, I almost melted my thing. I don't see.
Yikes.
So we have one here. My pedal. It almost dropped on my pedal.
Oh, God, that would have been bad.
Yeah. I melted my pants the other day.
That's an achievement. Yeah, Sean says this show is for adult audiences, even though the adults in the chat really behave like adults. True.
Oh, here it is. Okay, so it's not on screen right now, but there's an anvil sitting over there that I know for a fact came over on the Oregon Trail.
Really?
Yeah. It's not the biggest. Cool. I think that's like a 100-pounder or something. This is a 250, I believe. We've got one over here. This one in the back, I believe. These two in the back, there's one that's about 350-pounder back there, and another 250 right there. Let me see. Oh, yeah, that's about 200 pounds. I'm not going to pick that up. One of my favorite things in the shop here, it's on the other side of the wall, and I'm not going to bring it over. My dad has a quarter-scale Napoleon cannon. It's the same type of cannon they had, not quarter-scale, half-scale. It's a half-scale Napoleon, the same type of cannon they would have used in the Civil War.
Very cool.
There's a fun backstory for it. So my brother was watching a TV show, and in the TV show, one of the characters' dad dies. And they took the dad's ashes and they loaded him into 21 shotgun shells so they could have a 21-gun salute with his dad.
Yeah.
So my dad's going to build the running gear, the caisson, and everything for this cannon. And when my dad dies, he's going to get cremated, and me and my brothers are going to shoot him out of the cannon.
Holy shit. That's badass.
Some of the stuff my family does. You have to know us.
Dude, I'd like to be shot out of a cannon. That sounds fun. When I'm dead, of course.
Soldier Girl requested to be shot out of that cannon too.
I think I'm going to join that list.
I'm probably going to join that list too.
Hell yeah. All right. What are we doing now? We're still punching the hole. Oh, that's not good.
Oh, hold on. It's smoking because it's hitting the paint on the green piece.
All right. No, now we got to get it back off of there.
Okay, we're done with this one. We're going to use the bigger one next. Let's go ahead and... Ooh, yeah, so you can see now it's significantly bigger.
That's what she said.
It's also cooled down, so it's black.
I'm not touching that twice.
Oh my gosh. Why did I agree to do this? However, this is a lot of fun. I'm probably going to start doing live streams on that Interrobang Forge channel where it's just me doing blacksmithing and answering questions almost exactly same format as this.
Heck yeah. Except you'll have a lot less people asking for a cock ring, I hope.
Yeah. The reason that I decided to start a blacksmithing only channel is I wanted to steer away from kind of the adult humor and politics. So, yeah, essentially. So it's going to be more of a family-friendly oriented. I'm going to say PG-13, lower end of R. So that I could. It's something I would want my mom to see, essentially.
All right, fair enough.
Because if I'm going to be selling stuff, I would kind of want to steer clear of like the politics and like ragging on like transgenders and stuff.
What he's saying is our show isn't safe to sell products on. I get it. Yeah. I get it. I understand.
Well, if you want, I can come back on at any other time and we can do some more forging.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would definitely like to do that again. And Polska Bob says, "Oh, shut up, Ike. You're having a good time. Seriously, what did you think was going to happen?" Very true.
Ow, fuck.
Now, we saw it live.
I got my hand right here in between that and my hammer.
Oh, that sucks.
Ow, God.
Injuries on the live stream.
All right. I don't believe that a project is finished until you've dropped it on the floor at least once.
Or bled.
Oh, yeah. I'm just amazed I haven't fucking burnt myself yet.
Don't say that. That's usually when it happens.
I was doing a live stream on the Seriously Cast channel, and I took a piece and I put it in the water, but the entire thing didn't get cooled off entirely. I went over to our little shear over here and I cut it off. Without thinking, I grabbed it and burnt the fuck out of my hand.
Yeah, no fun.
Let me see if I still need to do this some more.
My dumbass, I haven't messed with anything quite that hot, but I have a little fire pit like out front, like one of those little $150 ones from Home Depot. And I burn cardboard and whatever, shit that I have. I just burn it in there. And it's got one of those little lids that you like put down with a handle. It also comes with this cool thing called a hook, to pick up the handle to move the lid.
Yeah.
I've done it twice now where like the fire gets way too tall. I'm like, fuck. So I grab the fucking handle and for like 2 weeks, my hand just has this black line down and it sucks. I've done that twice now. You'd think I would have learned the first time.
If you cut to my camera here, I've got a nice little blood blister going on there right now.
Yeah, it's no fun.
Thankfully, that's my tong. That's my tong hand, and I don't necessarily need to do that. I'm gonna try to power through, but goddamn, that's gonna hurt for a while.
Yeah, imagine.
Okay, let's see if this is big enough to go on the horn now.
That's what she said. Let's see what we got in the chats. Sean St. George says, our show is not safe to sell products on. It's safe enough to sell koozies, but that needs to be washed weekly. Nice.
Okay, I am going to be wearing a glove for this portion. Because while I'm using while I'm using the horn, the scale's coming off of it, and it's going to burn my hand. And so that's the only reason I'm wearing a glove.
Well, it's a good thing Polska just told you to wear fucking gloves for shop safety. Again.
Okay.
All right. Sean says, bet you won't do that again in hike.
No.
There you go.
Actually, every time I've made a bottle opener, I've actually accidentally slipped with the hammer and hit the side of my hand. I haven't pinched it between the hammer and the thing yet.
Yeah, that's not fun.
The last bunch of bottle openers that I had, I gave to the guys from Friday Night Tights. So Gary from Nerdrotic has one. X-Ray Girl, D-Day Cobra has one.
Really?
And Quarter Black Garrett has one too.
You're like a fucking celebrity then.
Sort of.
Holy shit.
There's a guy that does a show called Culture Casino, and him and I are in talks right now for me to make some bottle openers that he's going to sell on his website.
Hell yeah. So you met Quarter Black Garrett though?
Yeah, I went to the
That's
Friday
cool.
Night Tights meetup in Vegas this last month.
That's badass. Go full screen here again so you can see what's going on there. Ever widening that hole.
Normally I use...
Oh, go ahead.
Normally I use this anvil here to do this because it's got the horn on it. Let me put this in the fire. I'll turn it around. This one's the horn on it is a lot pointier than the one I'm currently using. So I wouldn't have had to make it as the hole as thick or as big as it is if I use this anvil.
Fair enough. Polska says, seriously, Rhino, gloves. Fucking gloves. Stop complaining about burning your hands if you're not wearing gloves. Shop safety.
I haven't burnt my hand yet. So something else that's really cool is the propane tanks say Blue Rhino on them.
Nice. My alter ego, the Blue Rhino.
Question for Ike.
Let's see. What are you seeing? Oh, there it is. There it is. Question for Ike. Do those bottle openers come with cootie juices on them, or do we have to pay extra for that? Asking for a friend. Thanks,
extra,
Jimmy.
You pay extra.
Pay extra for that. All right. Never a dull show here. If he never comes back and does another episode like this, it's your fault, gentlemen. Just saying.
Oh no, I probably would.
All right.
We're almost there, I think. So I'm gonna go get the bottle, and we're gonna see if this will work.
All right. Just don't touch the cap afterwards.
Yeah, definitely not. So
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
I can almost leverage it. So we're almost at the right size. Now I'm just going to do a little bit of filigree work to kind of make it, because right now it's kind of arced in because the horn goes at an angle. So I'm going to try to make it as straight as possible.
Okay.
I want to make this hole straight.
Yeah, you have to flatten one side of it, don't you?
I don't think you got the right gay reference.
No, I didn't get any gay reference that time. But I figured that it's like a D shape. That I'm not helping.
I'm currently working on this.
But the opening, it's a circle, but it should be a D shape for a bottle opener, correct?
Well, so here's what's going to happen next. I'm going to do this here real quick. Come on. So I've got this. Got this right here.
Okay.
We're
Yeah.
going to take and we're going to put it right here, and we're going to indent that to make the indent. So that's the part that you use to leverage the bottle open.
All right.
It's full screen me. I don't like that this camera's all laggy.
It's all right. It's not that big of a. Well, I don't know. I don't notice that bad, Dad. Bad.
As a person that's been doing video like live streams and stuff since I was in high school, it's kind of annoying me.
I get you.
Jeez, it is hot in here. Thankfully, the sun's going down though.
Yeah, cool off a little bit.
This Quonset hut is from World War II, and they moved it from Portland here, and there's a sister one just down the street over by the Thriftway.
No kidding.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
All right. Polska Bob says, Rhino, the proper term is drifting the hole. This is an instructional video. Let's get this right, God damn it. And Jimmy Bones, of course, adds, my horn goes in an angle as well, but I'm super straight. Jesus Christ, guys. Scotty's side.
That's funny.
What in the Sam Hill is going on here? What's that?
Jimmy's sitting right here. Who's chatting?
That is a good question. He's in two places at once.
Is the call?
Schrodinger's
is the chat coming
Jimmy.
from inside the house?
Could be. Got Scotty's side. What in the Sam Hill is going on here? We are doing some blacksmithing with Ike here. You can follow him on his channels up at the top of the screen.
No. Do not tell him to follow me. Do not tell him to follow me. He can't.
Follow him.
No.
Wherever he goes.
Scott's my co-host on Seriously Cast.
Follow him. There you go.
He's been here. He's made railroad spike knives with me.
Follow him.
Also, if anybody is in the Portland area, you're more than welcome to contact me, and I would love to give you a tour of the shop and possibly let you pound on some steel.
Right on. So if you were in Portland, do you have an email address or anything?
You can get me at seriouslycast@gmail.com.
Okay. There you go.
So now what we're doing is we're going to be putting that indent on here.
Okay.
This first time, it cools off really fast. You're just starting it, so you're going to barely see anything going on here. It's also not centered. So if you can see this, you can see it right there, the indent.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we can see that.
Okay. Put that back in. After we get done with this, we should probably take another break so I can sit down and cool off a bit.
Absolutely. So it is definitely, because you're in that room, it's hot outside, it's hot inside, you got the fire going there, and then you're constantly hitting and whacking at stuff. Like that's got to wear you out.
Yep. And I turned the fans off because I didn't want there to be like a whole lot of background noise. So normally there's this fan called Crusader would be on, and then there's this other fan over here.
Nice.
It's literally called Crusader. It's like CRUSA.
Yeah.
DER.
So you're torturing yourself to make this show happen. We appreciate you for that.
Essentially. Here we go.
Polska, Reading your chat here really quick. Polska Bob, guys, this has been super fun. Do it again. Actually, Polska, I intend, if we can get more of you guys on the show, I want to do more stuff like this where we actually go to you guys. So, for example, if I can get Outlaw on the show to do some cooking stuff, I'd like to do that. And anybody else that has a profession, hobby, craft that they'd like to be on the show for, I'd like to do more content like that because, you know, you guys want to learn how to do stuff, and I'd like to share that with you. So, yeah, if you'd like to do that, just reach out. It's getting pretty close, though.
It's looking real good. It's probably one of the best ones I've made.
Heck yeah.
Okay. Now this is what that the slingshot looks like to start with. So I have to split these apart, and once I get done splitting these apart, it kind of looks a little inappropriate, and you'll see why in a second.
All right. St. Louis Arch says, it always wears me out when I have a good whacking session. There you go.
Oh, no. We're just all sitting here getting hammered.
Fair enough.
Oh, man. It's been a long day. I'm going to sleep good tonight, I hope.
Heck yeah, man. But yeah, if you guys are interested, absolutely. If you guys have like crafts, if you like cooking, whatever you want to do, I want to host more of you guys showing us your skills, hobbies, crafts, traits, all those good things. So please email me at redpillrhino@hotmail.com and we will set up a show for you. All right, he's back to punching holes here. And this is for that indention.
Yeah, I'll show you here in a second how this works, because I think it's ready.
We actually have a question for you, but I'll wait until you test that out.
All right, so it gets the leverage on there and pops it right off.
You have to wait for it to cool before you do that, or no, you're going to do it right now?
No, I'm not going to pop this one off. This one's empty. I already drank it.
Okay.
So that's our test one. I am going to do one more thing to this. I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to put a soda tab opener on the back.
Okay. And the question for you from Successful Endeavors, where did Ike get that apron?
I bought it on Amazon, and then I have a Cricut vinyl cutter, and I vinyl cut the things on it for myself.
There you go.
And for those that don't know, if you can see, it says, "May the Forge be with you."
That's cool.
Star Wars Day was a couple days ago.
May 4th. That's right. Oh, you know what, Polska, this is where I have to step up my game. Yeah, let's read that one really quick. Rhino, I grew an 8 million Scoville ghost pepper last year. Several, actually. If you want to come on the show, I know you're like not afraid of like being on camera. If you want to be on the show and show us growing tips, gardening, all of that, I am currently myself growing Carolina Reaper, some Pueblo chilies. I've got some jalapenos, some cayennes, and then an experimental pepper, which is supposed to be hotter than any pepper, period. It doesn't have a name yet. It's got a bunch of numbers. I'll have to look that up again to see what it was. But yeah, if you want to come on and do a gardening show, I'd be happy to have you on. Absolutely. All right. So what are we doing here? That's the
adding a soda
bottle.
Tap. Yeah, so it's going to be a little indent on the back.
Oops.
So you can put it underneath the tab on the can to help open the can. I'm going to put that back in the fire.
All right.
And I almost melted my pedal again.
Don't do that. You got to get like a silicone. Well, that would melt right through the silicone.
Well,
Never mind.
It's just going to, right now, I think it's just going to be a recreational hazard. And so if
Yeah.
it melts, it melts. And so I'll just buy a new one.
There you go.
Okay.
Ooh, got Jackal in the house.
Hey,
His
Jackal,
question
welcome.
Yeah, his question for you is here. Ever done canister Damascus?
I have not done canister Damascus. The only things I've done is take like spring steel and turn them into knives, or take a railroad spike and turn it into a knife. And we have two of our instructors that teach classes here, knife classes and sword classes. We're on the show Forged in Fire. So like I've actually taken a few of their classes. So I've been trained by somebody that came in second on Forged in Fire. The episode he was on, his name is Tristan Nguyen. He was on the episode that was movie weapons episode, and he made the Hattori Hanzo sword from Kill Bill. That's like 1,000-layer Damascus, and he did that without a power hammer.
That's sick. Hell yeah. Taking a look at chats again. Looks like we're caught up on Rumble. Checking MGTOW. We are good there. And we are caught up on YouTube. His arms must have been dead. I guarantee you that. Yeah. 1,000 layers.
The kid is like about the height of my shoulder and probably 90 pounds soaking wet, but he can fucking swing a hammer and move metal. One of the main rules is you don't catch anything, you just let it fall.
Fair enough. I imagine if you catch it, that would be a bad day.
Well, yeah, you would not be able to forge for the rest of the day and probably the rest of the week.
Yikes.
He puts his heart and soul in each of those things. He's talking to me or talking about Tristan?
Yes. Why not both?
We are almost done with this.
All right. Let's see.
Hopefully I can
Polska Bob, crap, I got to roll some more smokes for another 12-hour day. Well, good luck with that, man.
He delivers flowers, and this weekend is Mother's Day, so it's probably a really busy weekend for him.
It is hell on earth. So what Polska doesn't know is my family, actually my mother in particular, has run a wholesale floral shop for as long as I've been alive. And yes, this week is hell for the floral industry. This and Valentine's Day and wedding season in general. So yeah, it's no fun. There you go. If you'd like to join the show with your hobby, craft, or side hustle, and or perhaps your career, whatever you'd like to show us on the show here, you can email us at redpillrhino@hotmail.com. We'd be happy to have you on. Yes, we use Hotmail, Jackal. We are sophisticated. But if you'd like to be on the show, if you got anything like cooking, anything like design, like Polsko, I don't know if you are into design, but you're in the floral industry. If there's anything you want to share, happy to have you on, sir. All right. Where are we at?
I think Jimmy's asked a question about your Alien 3 haircut.
Oh, yeah, the retarded alien haircut. We discussed this. Okay, so I got in a fight.
For it.
I got in a fight with the wall trimmer. It wasn't working right, so it was set to 3 inches, right? And then the beard trimmer, I thought 3 inches. It's the same thing. No, it's not. So I went, and that was all she wrote. So I just shaved the whole thing. It'll grow back. You know how many times I've said it'll grow back? There's a prime example of it'll grow back. Yeah, Scotty's side. I did take a break, about 3 months. Right now, I'm in between jobs. Job market is stressful as fuck. All those people on the internet saying there are no jobs are 100% right. I put in like 3, maybe 400 applications a week, do 14 interviews, most of which result in nothing or pyramid schemes or nothing.
Oh, God.
So it's been fun.
My arm is going to hurt tomorrow.
Hey man, it's worth it though.
It's the good kind of hurt, though. It's like after a good workout,
Right?
like with this kind of job, you never miss arm day.
Hey, that's true. Looks like we got Jackal here. I try to learn digital art. I suck. Well, suck or not, love to have you in the show. We could walk through some of that, have your stuff on screen, and we could just watch you and learn the process. I think the guys would enjoy watching that. If you want to do that, let me know. I didn't lose with the razor. So if you guys don't know, which I haven't ever told you, but to do the hard part lines and the beard trimming, I use a straight razor. Never lose with a straight razor. That'll be a really bad day. A really bad day. Let's see. Where are we at?
I just nicked it. And now there's a small piece on there.
Shoot.
Hold on.
Scotty Side, thank you so much. I am definitely looking, and believe me, I've looked at everything from construction to retail. It's a pain in the ass out there right now. What essentially I've discovered is going on is that employers are being given a insurance discount on unemployment if they create jobs, not that they fill positions. And a lot of those interviews are for job performance of managers. So they're ghost interviews. They interview you with the full intention of never hiring you, but it looks good on management if they perform the interviews, helps them with promotions. It's kind of a shitty deal. But if you look at anything on YouTube, Rumble, wherever you watch, like financial channels, job market channels, they're all saying the same thing. People are on average taking, and I hope it doesn't take that long, but 5 months to find a job out of here. That's on an average. It's a scary job market right now. How are we coming on the soda opener?
Standing away from the fire right now because it's hot. I'm almost done. I'm going to probably heat it up this last time and hit it and then just call it finished because I don't want to do this anymore. No, it's not that I don't want to do this anymore. It's that I don't want to work on this piece anymore.
I gotcha. Got Polska Bob for $2. Ike needs beer sending Cash App. So I think, Polska, are you sending him a Cash App for beer?
He probably is.
All right. And then after the show, I need to get your info to send you the $5 for beer money as well.
Oh, don't worry about that. He'll send me money anyway. That was my twin brother, so don't worry about that one.
Fair enough.
Plus, I made some drawer pulls for a guy yesterday, and he paid me today, so I got an extra $45 in my pocket for about an hour and a half's worth of work.
Very cool. Jimmy says, any thoughts on a Pal World stream, Rhino? All hail Depresso. I've thought about doing some gaming streams, to be honest with you. I just have to figure out how to do it. So maybe backstage one of these days, we'll figure that out. We'll set up a stream for that. Yeah, we have the Forest. What is it? Sons of the Forest. We still have to play. Jackal plays with me. So we might do a stream like that. That's always fun. We're watching him here. Where are we at? Take a quick look here. Once he's back over there. Okay.
I just need to get this thin enough so that it will go under the tab on the can.
Now you had to use You had to use a grinder there for a second,
Well,
yeah?
so what happened was I nicked the side of this, and it made what would have been called a cold shut on there. So it's a piece of metal that kind of was like leaning off of it, and
Okay.
I couldn't do anything with it, so I just ground it off instead of trying to reintegrate it back into the metal.
Fair enough.
I'm going to heat it up one more time. We'll use this small hammer, and then we'll be done
Okay.
with that piece, and then we'll work on the railroad spike slingshot.
I'm excited to see that one for sure.
That one's going to take a minute because I have to move a lot of metal.
All right. And on that note, we'll let him focus on that one when we get there. We'll take a break before we do that.
Yes, please.
And Scotty's side, at Red Pill Rhino, I've heard of that. So dumb. Yeah, no, this job market is shit. By the way, and I'm just telling you from experience, the job market right now, regardless, and I've talked to other guys about this, regardless of whether it required a bachelor's or a master's or just an entry-level job, they're all offering like bare minimum wages as well. It is a joke out there right now. I've seen across the board in Colorado, which we have kind of a retarded high minimum wage, or maybe a realistic one. I'm not sure. Pick your poison on that answer. But every job across the board, whether it's like welder or sales guy, it's like $17. And you'll see that on Indeed and what's the other one? I can't think of the name.
LinkedIn.
ZipRecruiter. LinkedIn too, but they're all like 17. Like one's a master's degree, one's a nurse, one's like an outside sales associate, door knocker, and they're all 17. I'm like, you sure about that? it's pretty fucked. It's pretty fucked.
And done.
Nice. Can we get a closer look at the soda opener side of it? I kind of want to take a closer look at that.
So it's something that my coworker came up with. Technically, coworker Ken. He's like, yeah, I put a soda tab deal on there, and so all it is just a small little dimple.
Just slips under there.
To get a nice crash shot there, and so it's like just kind of. I don't know if you can see that.
That's cool.
It's flat enough so you can just stick it under and just pop it
Yeah,
open.
just pop it. That's pretty good.
Okay, I'm going to turn this off.
All right.
Quick break.
Yeah, we'll do a break. Gonna get caught up on these chats really quick. Vincent Van Go Fuck Yourself. Love that name. Those straight razors are not forgiving at all. No, they are not. Trust me. Learning to use one was... yeah. Made a few mistakes along the way learning how to use one. It's 45-degree angle, light pressure, gets the job done. Also, swap out your razors. If you let them get dull, they hurt. Just saying. Let's see. Who else do we have in the chat here? Jimmy Bones, I would sure jump in for some gaming streams. Just need to know what games you guys want to play. Definitely Sons of the Forest. We're going to take a look at his work there. It's a little blurry.
Maybe I'll just do a manual. Here, let's put it on.
That's all right. But yeah, sure. Jimmy, we'll do Sons of the Forest and Pal World for sure. Those are fun. Could do some World of Tanks. That would be fun. Let's see what else we got in the chat. Successful endeavors. Rhino, I've been saying for years, we need to start making things in America again. We can create products only slightly higher priced than foreign made, but the economic stability feeds itself. I agree. I think getting back to American manufacturing is the only thing that's going to save this country at this point. We've outsourced everything. It's not a good thing at all. Let's see. Stuff made in the States is better quality too. Agreed. That's Jackal. And let me see what else I missed. Jackal Hunter. 7 days and Raft should be easier on PC. So 7 days to die. I'm not sure what Raft is, but we can look into it. All right. All I need to do is learn how to have it on the screen while we're on the panel, and playing it. That's it. We'll get there. But what do we got? We got the S hooks,
Yeah, this
some
is
J
everything
hooks,
I've
the bottle
made
opener.
today.
And this
So
is all made
bottle
on
opener,
the show, guys. That's pretty cool.
all live.
Isn't that cool? There you go.
So the next thing that we're going to be making, I get to use what's called a Hardy tool. So on the anvil right here is what's called a Hardy hole. I get to put my Hardy cutter in the Hardy hole.
All right. Now, what does this do?
So what this actually is for is to cut metal. So you get the metal hot, you put it over here, you hit it, and it makes an indent, and then you can bend the metal and tear it off. However, I'm going to be using it to what's it called here? Upset this.
Pre-cut?
So I made it. So this is upset. So I made fun of its mom and said it was adopted a few times. But I pre-cut this and upset it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on here and use this to separate the two legs.
Okay. Also, where did that chat go? Oh, yeah. There's Polska Bob. He wants you to show your Twisted Dice bar tap handles.
Let me go see if I have one readily available. Actually, if we do a break, I'll run and grab one out of the car.
Let's do that. Let me find a good break. Let's do Pop's high school escapades. We'll see you guys in a few minutes.
So, this was not one of my prouder moments.
A bullshit?
I was going to say that. I was still in high school. I was a senior. I was, 16-ish, be 17 shortly. And I decided I'm going to have a lady friend over to my house at lunch. Because back then, you could actually, if you lived close enough to high school, you could walk home, eat lunch, and walk back. So this particular girl, she was about a year and a half older than me. She had already graduated, so she was out of the high school, craziness. But things are happening. Couple buttons got undone, a zipper or two. There's a little bit of flappage going on.
Little way,
before you know it, we're going horizontal for a little of the old in, out, in, out. And I am just getting ready. I am in there. I am balls deep. And I hear this, oh dear. And I look up, and my 57-year-old grandmother is literally, shut up, Grandma! Get your prune juice! Dead.
Poor woman.
I saw the whole fucking thing.
Oh, no.
Right. So she immediately does an about face, walks out, gets in her car, and leaves. So, I have no choice. I go to the phone, call my mother at work. And I'm like, Ma, I wish you told me Grandma was coming over today. She's like, Grandma comes over all the time. Like, yeah, well.
Anakpota's in the chat. Did you finish?
I did not. I'm like, Ma, she walked in. I was with a woman and body parts were exposed. And then there's that uncomfortable silence. Then you get the, what? Disappointed! Well, at least you're calling me now so I could do some damage control because it literally just happened. All right. So fast forward this thing. It's like 6-7 weeks later. And we used to go to my grandparents' house every Sunday for dinner.
All right.
Now, I I just like, I'm not going. And like 6 weeks in a row. Finally, my mom was like, "You're fucking going. Shut your fucking mouth and get in the car." So I'm like, "Oh, God." I get in the car. We drive all the way out to Farmington. I'm doing the walk of shame up to the front door. And my grandfather answered the door. So he walked up, and this is exactly what he said. As soon as I walked up to the door, he was like,
"Flawless victory."
and I was like, I'm
That's a good grandfather right there.
I'm getting a pass. Yes. I think I'm going to successfully get a pass on this. And then we had dinner, and after my mother's sister, the bitch starts setting in like, "So I understand there is some extracurricular activities going on at your house."
Yeah, a little bit.
And I'm like, "Oh shit." And my grandfather just takes a spoonful of cake, and he's like, "Well, at least we know he's not gay."
Fatality.
And that was it.
That's awesome.
That was it. It shut everything down.
Oh,
There you go. So that is Pop's story. If you haven't heard that already, if you have not yet subscribed to Redonkulous, head over to redonkulous.com and you can find all the links to his shows. He's on YouTube, MGTOW, Rumble, everywhere. So subscribe to Terrence Pop at redonkulous.com. All right, back to you, Ike. What do we got going on here?
So Bob wanted me to show one of my dice twists. So this is a piece of,
Cool.
I think it's 5/8 square stock, and I cut it. So there, let me stand in front of this here. So I cut it, and then I put numbers on it, so it looks like D&D dice.
That's cool.
This is actually a tap handle, so it's got the grooves in it, so you can screw it on and use it as a tap handle for a beer tap.
Heck yeah.
I just recently sold 4 beer taps to a tap house in town here, and they want to put all 25 of their taps with my tap handles.
Oh, that's badass, man.
So that's going to be awesome. I have another bar that has just down the street that I'm probably going to go hit up and have a shot and a beer after this. Making tap handles that look exactly like that one, but it says Old Town going down it. I underquoted for the project, and I'm already right now have more time in it with how much they're paying me. I'm probably getting paid about $10 an hour now, and I still haven't finished the project. So don't
Still cool either way,
underbid
man.
stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, one of the two sins a blacksmith can do is hitting cold steel and not charging enough for your product.
Right on.
The tap
Zechariah.
handles I was, sorry, go ahead.
No, he just subbed Red Pill Rhino. Thank you so much, sir.
Hi.
Be sure to subscribe to these guys as well.
He came over from my channel, so he probably saw my
did
community post.
Very cool.
Because he comes and watches my show a lot, and he's actually donated through my buy us a beer link on the channel.
Very cool. Well, thank you for joining over here. Happy to have you.
Okay, this is gonna warm up here, and I'm gonna get hot.
Fair enough. We are doing the slingshot section now.
Yes. For those that don't know, it looks like this.
That's cool, man.
I'm hoping to make it look more like this one, but what I'm going to do is these are rounded here. I'm going to make these square up to about here and then make just the tip of it round so that this is squared here.
Just the tip. All right.
Just the tip. See how it feels. We're getting hammered here. And so one of the things I inherited from my dad's friend, Matt, because I got a lot of his equipment. In fact, this was his hammer that he used for 30 years.
Heck yeah.
And I think this was one of his anvils. But one of the things I got from him was a stamp. And it's a check mark. So we can make forged checks.
That was a dad joke, but it was good.
For the youngins in the audience, a check is a thing that you used to pay people with.
Yes. I would show you one, but then you'd have my bank account information. We can't do that.
Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to separate these two legs, and then I'm going to work on one. And so what I'm going to be doing while I'm working on it, it's called, what is it? Oh, I had a word for it. It's, shit. Now I can't even, fuck, it's just been a long fucking day. So.
We're to the point where he's cussing, so a successful show for sure.
I had a Jimmy Bones joke in line for what I was going to say. Now I can't remember. Oh, there it is.
There we go.
So now it's got legs. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take and move one of these out of the way, and then I'm going to draw out. That's the word. I'm going to draw out one of these. Both of them are going to get drawn out. It's going to get drawn out just like Jimmy Bones saying that he likes pop on in that episode when he was drunk.
Oh, I could totally do that to him tonight, but I'm not going to. Jimmy's script commercial. We don't have time.
I don't want him to hate me as much as he already does, so I'm not going to mention that again.
Wow, Jackal Hunter. It's normal to forget a Jimmy joke because we'll all lose it after 3 sheets. Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, God. What did Jimmy say here?
What did he say? Gotta get the legs nice and hot before you spread them and pound them into the proper position.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. You're not wrong. We're not playing Jimmy's script, sir. Not enough time. Successful endeavors. Ike, you can make stencils of corporation logos and use acid to create customized pieces for potential customers. It might be worth considering.
One of the things that we did do here was there's a dental company here in town that makes like dental equipment, like their tables and their countertops and stuff, called DCI. And they just got bought out by a different company. I think it's like NSC or something like that. I can't remember. But they were doing a barbecue or something to kind of celebrate the merger, and we made branding irons so they could brand the logos on steak.
Oh, that's cool.
That was a lot of fun to work on.
Heck yeah. Let's see in the chat here. I don't know what this means, but I keep seeing it. So hands, MGTOW Outlaw. I'm not sure what he's trying to say. Yeah, I've seen it like 6 times tonight. Jimmy just says meow. So there you go. And Jackal says, I'm also preparing to learn soldering so I can install RGB lights around my room like Rhinos. Absolutely, man. That's a good thing to learn. I actually learned a little bit of that when I was building, you can't really see it, but the Star Wars armor. Had to learn how to do some soldering in order to make some of the lighting and electronics work. So it's a good skill to know. Oh, modeling hands. Modeling hands. Right now he is spreading the legs.
Well, I got to make one straight. Giggity. All right, this is do we only have like half an hour left? This is probably going to take a lot longer than that.
No, we've got as much time as you need.
All right, let's let that warm up here. Oh shit. Ike's dental torture tools.
Yeah, no kidding.
One of the other things is look at how dirty these mitts are.
That's not too bad.
Oh, it looks a lot worse in person. I don't know if I get closer, you can maybe see it. There it is.
We can see the blister from.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Why
Good
did
to
I
see
set-
Outlaw hasn't ninja left yet.
That's what he does.
Just leaves for no reason. Hey, speaking of that, heard that Outlaw has a huge crush on Sydney Watson.
Who doesn't?
Well, he has like a major crush, though. He made a video about it and everything.
So something else that I do or have done is I used to be back in high school. I took a few animation classes, so I learned how to animate using Flash, Macromedia Flash, and so I just got a new animation software, Moho, and I've been trying to rekindle a project that I started when I was in high school called Condiment Squad. It's about a mustard and ketchup bottle that solve crimes but don't do that at all.
All right.
But last night, I was doing my stream with Bob, and Outlaw came on. And there's a function in Moho where you can put a mesh over pictures and manipulate the picture. So right now, I'm currently in the process of figuring it out, but I'm going to eventually have an animated version of Outlaw's avatar that he can have on the screen, so she'll like wink and like make pouty lips and stuff.
Oh, that'll be cool. And Outlaw, I'm sorry, but it was 100% crushing. I watched the whole thing, and it was just, it was basically a Sydney Watson, please date me video. That's what I took from it, anyway.
Simping for Sydney.
Yeah, simping for Sydney should have been the title. He says, I was calling her out on a date.
I get it. I hate this because right now I've got a problem, and so right here inside of the crook of this, there's a spot that that I'm not able to hit, and so it's just gonna have a little bump there, and I hate that. I was able to fix it on the other ones, but I'm not able to fix it on this one. So I'm gonna try and figure out how to fix that.
All right.
So blacksmithing is one part art, one part science, and one part wild fucking guess.
Fair enough. At least we know it's broken into thirds.
My feet are killing me.
Jimmy Bones says the squirrel wants to give Sydney his nuts.
Oh, he said something about Newgrounds. Newgrounds still exists with all of the old cartoons on it, because one of my cartoons that I made when I was in high school is on Newgrounds, and I was able to find it last night.
Nice. Jimmy also adds this, so in other words, I can't hit it in between the legs correctly sometimes.
Oh, too soon.
Successful endeavors. Sydney Thompson is mentally constipated. She constantly believes that MGTOW is a movement, and she just doesn't understand. That's not going to stop the squirrel from trying to get his nuts inside of it.
I think I just made it worse.
Yeah. That's no good.
Whatever. I don't care anymore.
Well, we care, goddammit. Man, he's angry hitting that thing now.
This is good. It's good for stress relief. So there's a reason why I'm probably one of the more happier, outgoing, happy people that you know, because I get to come in here and
beat the shit out of things. Yeah. Yeah, no, I get that. Like and love are very different, Outlaw. I know you don't like Sydney.
Oh, we're giving him a hard time. Just like he wants to give her a hard time.
Ah, nice. Oh, wait, successful endeavors. So you prefer flowers, Outlaw?
Oh, oh, that's mean.
I'm glad that's carrying on. What the fuck? Jimmy Bones says, what's the difference between an epileptic oyster fisherman and a prostitute with diarrhea? One shucks between fits and the other fucks between shits. Jesus Christ.
No.
Oh, I'm gonna leave that on screen for a minute. just in case you needed to read that again.
I'm not reading.
There you go. All right, let's get back to the blacksmithing. Enough of you guys in the chat here.
Okay, I'm gonna try to make this as fast as I can.
No. Take your time.
My feet are killing me, but I'm gonna power through it because I like you guys, and this is fun.
There you go.
This is better than what I was gonna be doing tonight. If I wasn't doing this, I'd probably be sitting in my room playing a video game, drinking beer.
I mean, that sounds good too. Oh, Pulse Kebab for the win here. Outlaw wants to drift her hole.
Oh my god.
Nice.
You made that joke come full circle.
Yeah, he waited for that one.
Are you going to say that he wants to use his ball peen hammer on her?
Jimmy Bones, the look of disappointment on Ike's face. I guess it would be hard to be mad after, like, beating on metal for hours until you're exhausted. I don't think you could be mad after that.
No.
Jackal Hunter, he wants to hammer her with his peen.
Cheers.
Oh, I love this audience.
The amount of peen puns that come that rhyme that come through this shop is endless.
I bet.
Ball
Let's
peen,
see.
cross peen. There's another peen that's like that goes up and down. I can't remember what that one's called. Oh, so I can explain something here real quick. What the why you want different types of peens?
Yes. because body count matters. I mean,
So
God.
on this hammer here, it's got the cross peen part of the hammer, and so when you hit with the front of the hammer, the pressure goes out in all directions. So it goes out in all directions. With
There's so many jokes here.
With this part of the hammer, it only goes in two directions. So if you want to make something, if you want to elongate something, you hit it like this. You're welcome. Okay.
If you want to
Give me
use
your
your
best,
peen to
Jimmy.
make things longer. All right. There you go.
Oh my god. This is great. I'm glad I did this.
He forged all sorts of shit. MGTOW Cowboy is in the house tonight. He made some
Hey,
S hooks, some
Cowboy.
J hooks. He made a bottle opener, and now he's making a slingshot.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm making it smaller and drawing it out. I'm not using the peen to make it smaller though.
Yeah. No, there was a joke there. I let it go.
I also had to change my hammer technique because as I was hitting it, I'm used to hitting down at an angle, and this
Yeah.
piece was like rotating kind of weird. And so now I actually legit, this is one time I have to hit straight down
Okay.
on here. Sorry, I'm yelling. I think it's loud in here because
No, you're good. Elongating with his peen.
that's why I didn't say it. Too nor confirm nor deny.
Yeah. MGTOW Cowboy, Polska Bob could use that to elongate something
But
of his that's probably short in length. Ouch.
ooh, shots fired.
Yeah. Where'd Outlaw go? Kind of curious.
Probably
if he's
ghosted.
hanging out with Sydney now.
Oh, he got mad because you were making fun of him and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
We kid, but we like you.
Very true.
We wouldn't kid if we didn't like him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fair
It'd probably
assessment.
be actual mean comments and not fake mean comments.
Sean, if you're still watching, yes, I know all of your alter egos, so I did check that. And yes, it works. I forgot our mods can time people out. Damn it.
Who got timed out?
I think Cowboy got timed out. I should make him a mod just so he can fucking time out Polska too.
Oh yeah, Bob fucking does that. He goes on my channel. I had to yell at him once.
Cowboy, if I see you in the chat next time we are live, I will make you moderator. The reason I say next time is because I like return customers. Just saying.
Oh, this is a lot of fun. I wouldn't mind coming on and doing this again sometime.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. It's been a good one. And we're learning.
I was also gonna say, so literally right now, I've actually put my blood, sweat, and tears into these projects today.
And into this episode.
Literally.
I haven't seen you bleed yet, but let's try to avoid that.
Technically speaking, a blood blister is just blood under the skin, so we'll
Yeah,
see. It
but
still
it's
hasn't left
not.
the body.
It's not the same.
That's fair.
The goddamn bacon. I show up and violence has already been chosen. There you go.
It just got dark in here. Bacon.
There you go. Good to see you, Bacon.
Violence. I always choose violence.
So let's go back to the forge here. Let's see what's going on. We've got the slingshot that he's working on here.
And for those that are new in the thing, boom, slingshot. Railroad spike slingshot is what we're working on right now. Here it is with the little rubber bits.
There you go.
This one's a little bit bigger because I fucked up and measured it wrong.
There's so many jokes in this stream that I haven't bit on.
Okay, I'm gonna go over here and measure it.
And another one. Anyway, Jimmy Bones. It's best to pop blood. Inch and a half. It's best to pop blood blisters as soon as possible. From my experience, at least I get them a lot as a mechanic. There you go. Polska Bob. Rhino. Fuck you, Cowboy. Didn't hit the like. It was legit timeout, and it was 41 minutes. Jesus Christ, Polska, stop. You timed him out for 41 fucking minutes? Asshole. No wonder he never watches the show.
That's true.
Sorry, Cowboy. Blame that drunk bastard Bob. It wasn't me.
A little bit more water.
Definitely not pee.
Oh, yeah. Probably not pee. You notice how there's more water in it since the last break?
Yeah.
Do with that information what you will.
Use your imagination. All right. Let's see. Polska Bob. Oh, my God. Somebody's doing a busty video. I'll be right back. Don't know what that is, but okay. Guys, if you have questions for the blacksmith here, Ike, feel free to ask anything, literally anything, preferably about blacksmithing, but
Yeah, I can answer
anything.
questions that aren't blacksmithing related. Oh, come on, button. There we go. So if you've noticed, this piece is a lot smaller now, and it cools off a lot faster because there's less material for it to retain the heat.
Right.
Okay, we should almost be done with that side, and then we'll go to the other one.
All right. I need to get one of those for sure.
God, fucking Polska.
I still don't know what a busty video is. Anybody know what that is?
No.
Yeah.
Well, the upside to this being a smaller piece is it heats up faster.
Fair enough. Is there a way, one of you moderators, can you take somebody out of timeout?
I don't think
you could
so.
do that. Damn it. Fucking Polsa.
Just call him Polsack.
Polsack. Yeah.
There's a story behind that.
I would love to hear it.
All right, once I get this back in the fire, I'll tell the story. I can't remember whose stream it was, but there was one night Bob was on the stream, and he was he's inebriated. I'm not going to fault him for that, but he went and posted. He said he was leaving, and so he was supposed to say Polska out, but he spelled it wrong, so it spelled it Polsack out.
Nice. The goddamn bacon. I don't know, and chances are I don't want to. Well, now you know. All right, we're going to check MGTOW again. We are still clear there. MGTOW is one of those odd ones where the views just, I don't know what's going on with MGTOW. We just don't get views over there anymore. Rumble, still have plenty in the house over there. And YouTube, we are still caught up, so we're doing good. Ah, there we go. MGTOW Cowboy. Quick question. Why do blacksmiths add glass to mix when melting?
What do you mean, add glass?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that.
So when blacksmiths do what's called forge welding, you have to put what's called flux in there so the two pieces can fuse together. And what you do is to do a forge weld. I've never done it. I've seen it done though. You clean off all of the oxidized metal on top of it, usually by using one of the grinders or a wire brush or a wire wheel. And then we have a tub over here. It's right here. This is a tub of borax. You take that and you put that on top. And that is what helps seal the two metals together to make it one cohesive piece.
There you go. And yes, I know very well we do not talk to Polska Bog about pierogies. That's just off topic. But we don't do that. Yeah. He'll go on a 45-minute rant about it though.
I was in Chicago last month. No, not last month, in February. And I got to hang out with Polska Bob. We went and saw that U-boat that we stole from the Germans that's in their museum out there.
Right.
That was a lot of fun. It was fun hanging out with him. I left a 12-pack of beer in his car on accident. I was supposed to take on the train with me.
There you go. Yeah, you've met Polska. I was fortunate enough to meet Billy Von Bomb, and Yeah, there's somebody else that we might be meeting soon on stream. We'll see. But there is another member of the community that is driving through town here soon. So we'll see.
Oh, cool.
I don't want to say anything until it happens, just in case.
Yeah,
but
yeah, don't jinx it.
yeah.
Like I
Successful
said,
endeavors.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. Successful endeavors for $2. Hopefully, this works. What is this?
I think he's just trying out the super chat.
Oh, yeah, no. If so, it works. Yes. All right, Ike, what were you saying there?
I have met a few people from the community. Like, the goddamn Bacon doesn't live too far from me. It's like a 3-hour drive.
Yeah.
Brandon Trueblood came through town. Him and I hung out here over Cinco de Mayo weekend last year. Soldier Girl lives not too far from here either. So
Very
I hung
cool.
out with her. I actually hung out with her last week and broke my glasses in her couch.
Oh, God.
I'm actually not kidding. I had to drive home from her house without my glasses. It's like an hour drive. And that was the most scary thing I think I've done in a long time.
Yikes. Yeah, so I'll go ahead. It's not going to be jinxed. Unchained Skid is who is coming through. So we'll see if we get a chance to hang out with him.
I've actually hung out with Bob twice. And so I went to Chicago for a meetup with Scotty. And I got to meet Eric Zombro was there. So we got to meet up with him. Rev 20 Piece was there, and a few other guys from the community that I'm sorry, guys, I can't think of your guys' names off the top of my head.
Now, I could have met with Brandon. He was coming through and wanted to meet up for like lunch or something. The issue is I was working that day. Had I known the company was going to fucking fuck me like they did, I would have just called off that day. So next time, Brandon, you're in town, if you're watching, we'll make something happen.
There was that one time he went and had lunch with Chaos, and the restaurant caught fire.
Oh shit!
It was Chinese food.
That's an exciting meetup, though.
Okay, we're done with that side. We're going to start working on the other side.
All right.
Hopefully the site doesn't take as long. But this is about half over. Then we get to put a twist on it.
All right.
I'm going to sit down for a minute.
We'll do a quick break while he sits down and drinks his probably not pee.
Oh, hold on. We got to pull that up real quick.
Trying to think which break to do now.
I'll make you a water commercial. It's I seriously cast. It's probably not pee water.
All right. I'm just trying to think which one to do. God damn it, we got so many. You know what? We'll do an oldie but a goodie.
Hello, my name is Red Pill Rhino. You may know me from such shows as The Redonkulous Show and Jimmy Bones Waffle Hour. Today I want to talk to you about a subject that is near and dear to my heart. Cougars. Older women often know what they want in the bedroom and are confident in their sexuality, which can lead to a more satisfying, intimate experience for both partners. However, oftentimes most younger men don't realize the richness and joy an older cougar can bring to their lives. Not only will a cougar shower her young lover with attention and affection, but she will also reward her young lover with gifts and riches. Not only now, but with her insurance policy in the future when things, how can I put this, come to an end. You are probably asking, Rhino, how can I tap into this amazing opportunity? Well, that is where I'm here to help. Introducing the Red Pill Rhino Master Cougar Slayer Academy. My patented system takes you from level 0 to level 10 hero in no time at all. I will teach you the skills you need to land your own cougar. You'll learn skills such as what to do when your cougar falls down and can't get up, how to check blood pressure and blood sugar levels correctly, wheelchair maintenance and repair, proper casket shopping and selection, diaper changing etiquette, and much, much more. The process begins when you meet with one of our professional cougar consultants who's trained to match you with the cougar that's right for you. Once matched, you'll be introduced to your cougar via Zoom call. That is, if your cougar knows how to work her computer's camera, From there, you will meet your cougar, and your budding love affair will soon bloom into a rich and warm relationship filled with lots of fun times and the many inevitable doctor's visits. All the while continuing your cougar mastery courses to hone your cougar slaying skills. You may ask, Rhino, this sounds expensive. And that is where you'd be wrong, because I am bringing you my services for the low, low price of only $69.95 a month. For this amazing low price, your world will be transformed forever. A world where you and your cougar will romp and enjoy life as it was intended. But wait, there's more. Not only will I be bringing you my cougar slaying courses for this incredibly low price, but I'm also going to include the Cougar Cub Connection Network, a place I created for you to meet other like-minded cougars and cubs to share in your amazing journey. But you need to act now, as space is limited and classes are filling up quickly. Join the hundreds of happy and satisfied cubs and cougars today by joining the Red Pill Rhino Cougar Hunting Academy. You'll be glad you did, and so will your cougar. Join today by visiting redpillrhino.com. My name is Rhino, Red Pill Rhino. I'm what you call a master cougar slayer, level 10.
Yeah, the best part is I met the asshole that makes all these breaks. He's a good guy, but god damn it. All right, back to blacksmithing.
So just as a point of order, I still own the URL cougarslayer.academy.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I think it forwards to a t-shirt you can buy online that says I Heart Felton.
Nice. You got to do something with that. Make it a full-on website.
I think we make it like a fake one, like one of those fake websites that people make for like scamming people.
Right.
But we're not going to scam anybody.
No, just sell you t-shirts with Felton on it.
Yeah. Bait and switch.
I like it. All right, so we are about what would you say, 3/4 done with the slingshot?
We're a little over halfway.
All right.
The second half of this is not going to take as long. No, I don't think.
Okay. I'm going to stick with 2/3.
Okay.
God, isn't that crazy how that thing looks all... Well, it is. It's like molten metal, but that's insane. Look at him just whacking it with his peen.
No, this is the peen. This side's the peen. I'm whacking it with the other side.
My mistake.
You're going to make a gross joke about penises. Get it right.
Yeah, I like Felton. I know a lot of you guys hate on Felton, but he's one of my favorite guests. Just saying. So fuck you guys.
I'm actually working on a project with a friend of mine where Felton and his buddy Brock are going to we're going to be doing a TV show for middle schoolers.
Oh, no. Oh, that's awesome.
So I don't really want to get too much into it here. We'll talk later.
All right. I got to hear about this.
It's in the early stages right now.
Fair enough. So what do you guys think? Are you enjoying the episode so far? I know this is different from our normal, but I'm certainly enjoying it. Let me know what you guys think in the chat there. I know we won't hear from the squirrel because he's on a date with Miss Watson, but for everybody else, let me know what you think. See how he keeps doing that thing you're not supposed to do with the hammer?
Well, like I said, I do that so I can look at what I'm doing with it, what I want to do next to make my next move with my peen.
Fair enough. With your peen, yeah. I like it. I like it. I approve. All right. Edmund 209. I eventually get into blacksmithing myself, but I have no space for it. Well, I'm sure there's places that you can go. Like right there.
there's plenty of like maker spaces around the country that offer blacksmithing like experiences and stuff. And so you
Yeah.
can go in and take an intro class, and a lot of them have like open forge time. So you pay a set amount, you get like 4 hours of forge time. You have access to the tools, the equipment, and you just have to supply your own steel.
You can burn yourself for free.
Or you can pay somebody so you can burn yourself.
There you go. Jimmy Bones, hell yeah, man! It's a very much needed break from the usual debauchery we get up to. Yeah, I'd agree. I'm gonna focus more on stuff like this if we can. I've enjoyed this episode a lot more than talking about doom and gloom. That's for sure.
It's a good break, yes.
Absolutely.
Talking about Bud Light and the people associated with that can get tiring.
Very much. Successful Endeavor says Black Elmo is awesome.
He's not black, he's purple.
Black Elmo. I like it.
It's Black Elmo. Felton wants to come on Rhino's podcast more. Him and I are trying to work out a schedule because we both can't be on at the same time because we're using the same equipment.
Right. Understood. Edmund 209, there's a space I can go to. I just need to take that class. Well, you know what? You're taking it right now. Just rewind and enhance.
Watch the beginning, and then when you get in there, you can actually have a little bit of the skills that you'll need to do the intro class.
See? You've learned just from watching this. Yeah, Jimmy Bones, Doom and Gloom is for Tuesdays when the Battle Dwarf, Pop, and Pop have their shenanigans. I'm just there to be the evil button-pushing monkey. Yeah, I can't watch the shows anymore, man. I'll be honest, I can't watch it. I see it every day around me. It's nothing against Pop. I love his show, but everything he talks about, I see in real time every day, and it's just like, at some point, I can't take the reminders anymore. You know what I mean? I support Pop, love his show, but there's a reason I'm not doing much content anymore. Too much doom and gloom. It's been a buzzkill.
I like Pop's stuff. There was one time I had to call him out on something that they were wrong about.
What was that?
So I'm gonna try to say this so you don't get a content warning or content strike for not safe for work stuff. It was that that pew-pewing that happened at that Christian school.
Yeah.
With the person of an alternate gender.
Yes.
They were doing this whole conspiracy theory about the changing of the shoes, and not realizing that the camera that they were watching had a different type of sensor in it than anything else that they were seeing. And
I
so
remember seeing you say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so my favorite part about it was Blake was going to prove me wrong by using AI to upconvert the video, and I'm like, you can't fucking do that because it adds pixels to the pixels that are already there. It interprets it, and so it can't be used in a court of law, and it shouldn't be used here to prove me wrong.
This was early 2023. I was watching this whole debacle go down live as you're chatting, and he was talking about it. I remember that episode.
Well, what happened was I watched their first episode, and then I sent Bob a bunch of texts, and he forwarded them to Blake. And then Blake decided on the next episode. I watched it on the next episode. Was like, I'm gonna prove this fucker wrong, because he's like, I've been doing video production for 25 years. I'm like, hell, I've been doing this for like 25 years too, so I know what I'm talking about.
Fair enough. Yeah. Goddamn Bacon says, I'm just here to see what beer Ike is going to break while making this slingshot. I haven't seen him drink a beer at all, just water. Or
PBR,
definitely not PBR. I haven't seen you drink a PBR yet.
I don't have any beer in the building right now. In fact, I've actually, because I'm doing that new channel, I've actually it's a new rule that there's no drinking while forging, period.
That's probably a good idea, to be honest. Molten metal and alcohol probably don't mix
Yeah.
well. Yeah, you know, Polska, I remember the shoe thing too, and I thought it was some bullshit. There was a lot of things that maybe didn't make sense about the whole thing, but the shoes being changed in between shots, come on, man. I didn't buy that crap.
It was actually even funnier because the way that they proved themselves wrong was entirely different than the way I said that they were wrong. So what happened was what they figured out for that was they found a poster from that security camera in the hallway that has different colors on it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
From the security camera, all those colors are washed out in like black and white.
I remember that, yeah.
So I was right, but I was also wrong at the same time.
Fucking conspiracy theorists. I don't know any of those. Never met one, actually.
Like the brontosaurus isn't real?
Fuck you. No such thing.
He's like, he just cuts me off. He's like, you're not on the show anymore.
He's doing a good job spreading them legs, taking some time with it, but you know, things take time.
It's a little suggestive.
Yeah, just a little bit. The goddamn bacon says, so you were both right for all the wrong reasons. Not
Exactly.
shocked. LOL. Hey, Edmund, listen, we've been over this many times. It is not BLM for, Bronto Lives Matters. It's BLM for Brachiosaurus Lives Matter. Okay? All right.
So I think the first time I saw your show, I commented and said that I've met Kent Hovind before.
Yes, you did.
I actually had lunch with him a few times because the church I was going to at the time was hosting a thing called the Creation Conference, and they had a bunch of dinosaur experts and people come in to talk about dinosaurs and like a young Earth theory to kind of fit in with the biblical timeline.
The 6,000 years. Yeah.
Yeah, but the guy that put it together, his name was Dr. Dennis Swift, and he actually discovered. He was one of the guys that discovered a few new Nazca lines back in the 90s, which is really interesting. He's the guy that put together the Creation Conference. He's the reason that I was able to meet Kent Hovind. In December, he died. And so he passed away, sadly.
Wait, what?
Dr. Dennis Swift. Dr. Dino is what they called him. And he passed away in December. He had just moved to, I think, Arizona to be near his daughter and his son-in-law. And like a month after they bought the house, he sadly passed.
That's unfortunate, man.
So you've probably heard of Dennis Swift before, and he was a family
I know
friend.
Dr. Dino, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably. I don't know if it's the same guy, but it probably is. His wife, Sharon, she passed away about 10 years ago, and she literally raised me, like in church. I was like in the nursery and everything.
Holy shit! See, he is a celebrity. He knows Quarter Black Garrett and Kent Hovind. What else can you say, man? Fuck.
Oh, I'll tell you about the time that I got I got banned from Emerald City Comic Con because of the Boondock Saints.
There's a story there. We'll have to discuss that in the future, but that is a story. Listen, Edmund, listen. No one is denying sauropods here, all right? No one. That's a Brachiosaurus, and that's a Dreadnoughtus, and I'm going to get a Diplodocus next. Those are all sauropods. Brontosaurus isn't real. Okay, moving on. Look,
So
he left. He left. You upset? Oh, there he is.
I know that that I think it's I can't remember what that website's called, where they limited run games. They're really shitty because they fired one of their people because he liked the Libs of TikTok tweets, or she liked the Libs of TikTok tweets. But just recently, and I think I sent you a link to this, they had the soundtrack for the Sega Jurassic Park game on vinyl.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Like, I saw that.
That's
I'm like,
cool.
oh, Rhino would like this.
If you could shoot that over to me again, because I must have missed that one, but that's cool.
I don't think it's available anymore because that's why it's
God
called
damn
limited
it.
run. I'll see if I can find it and I'll send it to you.
All right, fair enough. Jimmy, what the
we're almost
fuck is
done with
this?
What did Jimmy do? I like it.
I don't.
Okay, we are, so these, come on, the legs are almost at the right length.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and measure this real quick. Make sure that they're the same.
Cliff, good to see you.
Okay, I need to make it slightly longer, but I still need to draw out the end of that, so that's perfect.
All right.
Doing good. Oh. Oof. Fuck you, Rhino. Brown toaster.
What?
Lives matter? What?
What's a brown toaster?
It's a toaster that's brown?
Like a copper toaster, or is it very exclusive, like specifically brown? I've seen copper toasters from like the 70s. I actually have a Stormtrooper toaster, but I don't use it anymore because I don't eat bread. So it's kind of sad. It just sits there.
Oh, you're buying bread just to use it with the toaster.
I should, but yeah, I can't.
All right, so what we're going to do now is we are going to round these points off because and flatten them a little bit because the sharp edges and the point are going to dig into the rubber tube. And,
Okay.
And it will break down over time, and we don't want that to happen.
All right.
So we'll do that, and then I think I'm going to leave these squared, and I'm going to twist them. So the handles are going to be square instead of rounded like this, and they'll have a twist on them.
Okay.
Going up and down the handle of the little arms.
And Edmund, bread machine, because I know you're trying to work on your health too. It's unfortunate because those bread machines make some awesome fucking bread, but I get what you mean, man.
Zucchini bread's pretty good. Banana bread.
Yeah, but they're all fucking carbs, man. I used to love rye myself. Rye was the shit. There's nothing better than a fresh baked loaf of bread.
My favorite kind of bread is Guinness.
Guinness? I guess that counts.
I'll have to grind that off. I think it's good.
It's crazy that, because you see the end result of what he makes there, but watching him, whack at this thing, like I can't see how it's going to turn into that shape from what he's doing here.
This is probably gonna be my best one yet.
Hell yeah!
So one of these. So we have some shows coming up this summer, and my dad asked me. I showed him one today because he's the one that kind of taught me how to blacksmith. I showed him one today, and he's like, "So what are you gonna sell it for?" And I thought for a second, like $80. I'm gonna sell one of these for $80. And he's like, "That's kind of expensive." I'm like, "Well, if I'm at a fair or whatever kind of show we're at, I don't want some little punk kid to buy it and get himself in trouble, and I'm the one that fucking made it. If I make it $80, they're going to want to buy it, and then if they paid $80 for it, they're not going to want it taken away."
Fair enough. Yeah. I've paid way too much for a drinking horn at a fair, so.
Oh, no. Is that one of the carbs you cut out as beer?
Beer's just not good for you in general.
Yeah.
I still partake, but I had to switch to light only, and even that's not really good for you. But yeah, carbs in general, it sucks, man. It's pastas, It's everything. It's everything. It's 80% of the grocery store had to cut out. So
No Pop-Tarts?
no fucking Pop-Tarts. I can eat vegetables, meats, butters, oils, fats. That's it. And some nuts. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now we're going to put the twist in it. I'm going to leave about... Hold on. Come on, thing. So I'm going to twist it. I'm going to leave about this much of it untwisted, so the bottom of it isn't going to have a twist on it. But the two tendrils coming up to about where the point starts to bend over, that's going to get twisted.
All right.
So now we just need to figure out how long that's going to be. I'm going to go over to I want to go get a tape measure. I'll be right back.
Okay. I would take you up on that, but I already have two myself. So drinking horns are awesome, though. Oh, you know what was cool about my drinking horn is I actually I got it was stupid expensive, but it's got I had to replace it, so I used a modern. It was actually a mead cork, but they make it out of like a synthetic rubber instead of the actual cork, which rots over time. And I replaced it, but the cork comes off the bottom of the horn. And you literally, it's funny because I'm like, how do you make a horn actually make the noise like you see in like Viking shows, right? You actually fart into it. I'm not kidding. Like you this thing where you make the fart thing with your lips and you blow into the horn. And if you get it just right, the horn makes this cool, loud ass like Viking horn noise. But yeah, so it's a drinking horn and like the sounding horn. It was pretty cool.
We're about ready to do this.
There we go. Let's get back to this.
I'm going to leave it on the wide shot. There. Oh, come on, get in there.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Jimmy. I fart into my horn. There you go.
Let's see how that turned out. Let me go get a brush real quick. Get some of this scale off of there. Don't burn my hammer. Okay, there it is.
All right.
I don't know if you can see, but the twist down at the end here is tighter than the twist at the top. That's because it was at two different temperatures when I twisted it. So I didn't do that on purpose, but some people can use that as a design choice.
It's artistic.
I was thinking, my doctor told me I was artistic once.
He might have not put a certain letter in there, but yes, yes, indeed.
Bob's over here like, I knew it.
I think Bob passed out on us, actually.
Probably. No, there was a busty stream going on.
No. He says he got a 12-hour day, so he's got to go to bed because he's old.
I gotta be in one town over tomorrow at 9:45 tomorrow morning.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Edmund, you can watch the show. You don't have to leave. I can see you. I watch everything when you do these shows. So you can stick around. We're gonna finish up this one, and then probably call it a night. We were gonna do questions, but I think we've been running so late. Yeah, we're gonna just call it.
Hey, we are almost done with this. Yeah, those two twists don't really match.
That's all right.
See them right there. No, we're going to put this in one more time, and then we're going to flatten it out, put the bends in it, and then we'll be done.
Very cool.
Start to finish. I think this is the longest thing that I've made tonight, actually.
Yeah, this one did take some time for sure.
It'll probably take, let's see, 1, 2, 4 more heats before I have it to where I want it to be able to bend it or have it finished. I mean.
All right.
Oh my God, I am dead tired right now.
It's been a long day, man. I understand that.
Well, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm probably gonna go change my shirt, put on some deodorant, go to the bar, and get myself some chicken wings.
There you go. Chicken wings sound really good.
You know, they got a really cool Thai sauce on them. Mm.
Yeah. I tried a Thai curry sauce the other day. That was really good. Look at that thing. It just flexed all crazy.
This is where the suggestive thing comes in.
A little bit.
And because these are so small now, they're a lot easier to manipulate.
Yeah. I'm worried they'll break.
No, they might, actually. They could.
Holy shit. I don't like that.
Okay. Oh, I like this already. This is doing good.
See, it worries me. I foresee these things breaking. Hopefully I'm wrong.
They're not going to break.
All right.
I can't promise that, but they're not going to break. In fact, with this one, I'm not going to quench this one because of how much force you're going to put on it by pulling it back with the rubber. So I want it to air cool so it doesn't become brittle.
Okay.
Okay, let's bring out my demo so we can get this to the right length. Nope, I didn't push the button.
That's crazy.
It's a little bit not long enough. Perfect, I like that. Okay, now we'll do the other side. Oh, shit. I need to, put some, matting underneath that so it doesn't slide around. Oh, didn't push the button. Hey, have a good night, SE.
Yeah. Take care, man.
What time is it right now? Almost 10. Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, 9:53, sir. Your time.
Oh, it's almost 11 your time. What, do you have to? No, I was going to ask if you have to work tomorrow, but clearly you don't.
Fuck you.
I wasn't trying to make that as a joke.
No, I know.
Okay, so I'm going to be using this other anvil, mainly because it's got a smaller horn here
All right.
that I can work with. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to... Now it looks like a football.
Yeah, goalpost.
Okay, one more heat. I think we're done.
Okay. Jimmy Bones
Actually,
says.
no, 2 more heats because I still got to twist the handle.
All right. Jimmy Bones says Ike likes working with the smaller horns, allegedly.
That's how much I like that. Let's see how much propane I've gone through. Oh, there's still I've only gone through about a third of a tank.
Third of a tank, 3 hours worth of work. Not bad.
Okay. Oh no, one of these is bigger, is longer than the other.
Hmm.
I'm gonna grind them down when I'm not doing this later.
Right.
All right, we'll call that done.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it in, other side out, and then we'll heat up the base, and we'll use the jig thing and twist it.
Cool.
And then I can take a long needed break after a long day.
Fair enough.
That's what she said. God damn it. Oh, Bob's back.
Yeah, he decided to return.
Although he's saying he's kind of got to go myself.
I'll believe it when I don't see him in the chat anymore.
When he says pull sack out.
Yeah, right.
Okay, this one's going to probably blow your mind because of how much material I'm going to be moving when I put this in the vise. So I'm going to move the close-up camera so you guys can see the vise.
All right.
Let's see if I can do this without unplugging anything. Okay. There we go. There we go. I might need to tilt that up just a smidge.
Looks pretty good. Oh yeah, I guess.
Well, you
Once
want to
got
see
thing in there.
the spike? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get this out of here. Not quite ready yet. So one of the cool things about metal is you can actually tell how hot it is by what color it turns. There are people out there, not me, there are people out there that could tell you exactly how hot it is based on which color orange is on the piece.
That's cool.
The other thing is table salt. I can't remember exactly what temperature it melts at, but there's a specific temperature that it melts at, and that's the exact same temperature your blade needs to be when you quench it in oil. So you'll see blacksmiths take table salt and put it on their piece to see if it's at the right temperature to quench in the oil.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
So that's
I'm gonna
a fun
step
thing
aside.
that I learned.
I'm going to step aside for 2 seconds. I'll
All
leave
right,
you
we're
full
about to
screen
do
here.
this. Okay, this is my favorite part. Watch this, guys. I'm going to put one more half turn on it. Oh, shit. Came off.
Uh-oh. That's cool.
Okay. There's that. Where did I put my tongs? Over here. So now I'm going to put that right there and let you guys see it.
Badass.
There it is. Done.
Slingshot done. Very cool.
This side here is longer than this side here, which makes
Right.
sense because this little tip here is longer than the other one.
Okay.
But I'm not worried about it. I'm not gonna fix it.
Sure.
That's it.
Badass, man. All right.
officially exhausted now. I'm going to put this on the floor before I accidentally grab it.
Right. Don't want to do that.
I'm going to be doing cleanup here in a minute, and I don't want to accidentally grab it.
Sure. Well, I'll tell you what. I appreciate you coming on. I hope you guys that watched tonight learned something, maybe inspired you to get into this yourself. I know it was pretty fun to watch. It's got me interested. You know, I've done a lot of things, but I have not messed with metal, and that looks like a pretty fun thing to do. So yeah, Ike, thank you again for coming on. Definitely looking forward to doing this again if you're up for it.
Yeah. Maybe next time we'll come up with a plethora of other things. Maybe next time I'll make a knife.
All right, cool. All right, guys, tell you what, we will, he's got to do some cleanup, but what I'll do is I'll set up the link for some backstage shenanigans if you guys want to hang out for a minute in the fapping facility, so to speak.
Plug my other YouTube real quick if you could. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Let me get this back up on screen. YouTube.com/@Interrobang Forge. And for the regular channel, YouTube.com/@SeriouslyCast. There you go. So there's his two channels. Be sure to subscribe. Go check out his videos. He does live stuff as well. So go check him out for sure.
We normally on Fridays we go live the hour before Rhino usually would go live on our channel.
Very cool. So yeah, check him out. And yes, Sean, we are still going. We're going to wrap up now. Ike's cleaning up the shop now, so I'm going to just leave us here. If you want to join the show in the future and show us your hobbies, crafts, skills, your talents, whatever you want to do, bring him on the show. Outlaw, I know he does cooking. I'd love to have him on the show to do it. Anybody else, gardening, whatever you have, feel free to come on the show. Email me, redpillrhino@hotmail.com, and we can have you on the show to show off your stuff. So anyway, thank you all for tuning in. It was a Thursday night show, which is a little odd, but thank you again, guys. Ike, did you want to jump in one more time?
I just said thanks. The other thing that's really interesting is I've been using this water so much to cool the tongs down. It's now actually warmer than room temperature because I warmed up the water with the tongs.
That's crazy. Just from cooling off stuff. Huh.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love this. I love doing this shit.
Right?
It's so much
Heck
fun.
yeah. All right, guys. He's going to do some cleanup. Let me actually do this before I forget.
I'll stick around for a little bit of backstage stuff. I might run to the store and grab a drink.
All right. In that case, I will post the links here for you guys that are watching on YouTube and Rumble and MGTOW. Let me go ahead and post those links for you. The link you are seeing on the screen in the chat now is to join the after party. After the show concludes, there is a 10 max, so 8 more people can join backstage. If you'd like to join, get in the queue now. And we will end the show. Thank you again for tuning in. Again, subscribe to his channel. It's been awesome. Thank you. Yep, there you go. Yep.
If everybody's plays nice, I might actually do that cock ring in the after show.
Oh God. Okay, so if you want to see a cock ring be made, maybe join the after party. Anyway, thank you all again for tuning in. I hope you learned something from this, and you can share this with maybe a friend or family member. I know we're not exactly PG-13, but it's a lot of fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you maybe tomorrow. We had a topic in mind, but that requires energy, effort, and time on my part. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'll probably do an episode for you guys tomorrow as well. Lord knows I don't have a job, so might as well. Right. All right, guys. You have a great night. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next week. Ike, thank you again for coming on the show. And really enjoyed it, man. That was a lot of fun to watch and learn. So thank you. All right, guys. I'm going to put him backstage. I'm going to get out of here, and we will see you next time, which could be tomorrow or next week. Not sure yet. Maybe tomorrow. Okay. All right, guys.
We are the arbiters of this society.
Repeat after me. As a good citizen, we must maintain a neutral carbon footprint. Repeat after me. We must eat the bugs. Repeat after me. We must eat the bugs.
This is a world that we create and manage. The people, they need to be controlled. We will give them truths, but only our truths. They are not to seek information anywhere else.
It is my job to keep order. So what you saw didn't happen. Erase everything.
You a grunt? I used to be one, and I was good at it.
I know. Things were simpler then. I have some questions.
You need to understand, we're being hunted.
By who?
Bring him to me.
This breaks the world.
Your story isn't over yet. There's still a page left.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me f***ed up. Let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I'll take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty.